What's up, everybody? Patreon. You know what I mean? Some of y'all not from New York, but a lot of you are, so we're going to celebrate this. Some of us old heads got to geek out on Instagram Live last night while we watched some New York legends battle it out. And like in typical New York fashion, the underdog. The underdog bites last, bitches. You know what I mean? Dipset has really... We're obviously talking about Dipset versus the Lox. They did a versus last night. It was absolutely incredible. And Dipset has kind of owned, in terms of like New York groups, Dipset has run shit definitely in terms of like cool, right? Like they like the coolest group is always like Dipset. They dress the flyest. They're the most badass.
Cameron's swaggy as fuck.
Swaggy as fuck. Got the best vocabulary. Probably some people say spit the best. Like Cameron, I don't know. I've always been like a super big Cameron fan. I thought he was nice. You're not a big Cameron?
I think there's a New Yorker. Like New
Is
Yorkers
it really?
fucking
really
love
New York.
Dipset.
Oh my god!
And everywhere else they got respect, but nobody was really. Dude, me and my roommates were such big Jadakiss fans. And Jade on a feature, we fucking like Lil Wayne or whoever now.
Yeah.
Like we love Jade on a feature.
Bruh,
But Dipset,
Jadakiss, man, this motherfucker.
That's my guy.
The Lox. I came in late. I came in late, and the Lox were absolutely bodying it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I came in a few songs, and then they dropped Wild Out, and I honestly don't even know how the roof stayed on the garden, bro. It was unbelievable,
Son,
dog.
I wish I was there, bro.
How would we not?
I forgot it was going on.
How would we not?
We should have went.
It's disrespectful.
Son, you the king of New York, son.
Son,
How were you not there?
I'm literally the king of New York. I'm the king of New York hip hop and the king of New York FIFA. I'm the king of these things. Like, if there's a soccer event, I should be there, and if there's a hip hop event, I should be there.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
Like, how they not gonna have me there?
What's
You
funnier,
dropped the ball.
Andrew is
You
king
dropped
of New
the
York hip hop, or Andrew is host of Essence Fest?
I'm a host of Essence Fest too.
still
I'm the
laugh
king
at
of
that.
Essence Fest
I
and the
still
queen of
laugh at
Essence
that.
Fest.
Years later, I still think about that and just start laughing.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
hosting Essence Fest this year.
I host Essence Fest every year, twice a year.
Son, every year. So
Absolutely.
It's great, dude. You should. It's a beautiful thing.
I am the
Wait,
motherfucking
twice a year?
king.
You
I host
hosted
it
it?
twice a year.
Oh shit.
I have my own Essence Fest as well. I host
yeah.
Essence Fest and I host a summer Essence Fest.
What goes down at the summer one?
That's when the eczema's popping, bro. You should see some ashy bitches on that Essence Fest in the summer, bro. Skin getting dry.
Oh man.
But I'm there, loaching them up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Cocoa butter for
cocoa
everybody.
butter, that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I do. I
African
care
shea
about my
butter.
black
Come
women.
on, bro.
That shea butter, all them butters, bro.
Black soap.
Sometimes I just be putting butter on them, bro. Sometimes
Lando
I see a nice, beautiful black woman, you know, one of these beautiful black queens. I put away the cocoa butter, I put away the shea butter, and I just get out that fucking Lando Lakes, bro. I got that Lando Lakes. Damn right. Get it under the fingernails. Have these bitches shining.
That's what they're gonna replace that Indian girl with. Is a black girl that Andrew put lotion and butter on.
I don't know what you just said, but I agree, son. I don't know what the fuck he just said. Does anybody know?
It was a remix of what he was gonna
Akaash
say.
Media, please explain what the
They
fuck.
had that Indian girl on the shit.
Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't know it was a girl. I thought it was a dude.
I didn't know she was Indian.
Yeah.
Native
she
American.
Looks, she looks Native American.
Oh,
to
she
me.
native. Yeah.
Indian
Damn,
girl
bro.
on the fucking
Be
land of Lakes.
progressive, dog.
Son,
Be progressive.
Hey, she
for 1
famous, she
second.
ours.
That's fair enough. You just got to claim anything Indian.
Yeah. We don't
Anyway,
got enough.
listen. The Lox delivered it last night.
They did.
The Lox really delivered it last night. And Jadakiss just got a way about him, bro.
Dude, Jada is fine.
He's
I know
an
he's still
entertainer.
underrated. He gonna get so much more respect, I think, because of Versus.
Yeah.
Because he bodied Fabulous too. Remember that?
Yep.
That motherfucker was the star.
Yep. And it's offshore performance.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Sure performance, absolutely.
Fuck you. All right, we gonna hot potato this shit right now. It started on it. I got it now.
And I was like, man, let him build some momentum, bro.
I got
We
what?
in the beginning of the
Pass that shit
podcast.
off.
That's what I build some fucking momentum. All right, go.
Nah, so his performance won, even though Fab has better songs.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, I could be biased. I think Dipset has better songs, but the Lox ran away with that shit.
Lox got better bangers, though. Like, Dipset's... Fuck.
Come on, bro.
Damn, I don't even know how to...
Why you get caught lacking,
handle
dog?
this bad, son.
Shit.
Nah, Dipset got better. I think Dipset got better. I think Lox got better
You ain't even
anthems,
cock
bro.
it, son.
I know.
Look at you jamming, son. Jamming, son.
I'm like
blanks,
fucking
dog.
Dipset right now. What's going on? Nah, but I think the Lox got better bangers, bro. And like the energy and passion, like when Jade was rapping, like what's great about Cameron, it's almost like driving music, even though nobody got cars in New York. It's like smooth, chill, relax. You just kind of spit in the bars. Every once in a while, you're like, oh, I see what you did right there. Yeah. Locks is angry music. Like, God said, I don't know why I call him See the God. I guess I was. I don't know why I just said that. It's because I'm visualizing his Instagram that I read it off
Andrew
of.
Media right here. Keep going.
Well, See the God is right. But his Instagram post was hilarious. He's like, I want to stab someone in the back of the neck with a toy dinosaur tail. Like, because he's at home, he's a family man still, but like it's still getting him charged up, the locks. Yeah. And like that's what it was. I was just getting so hyped, like be passionate about it. Yeah. And then I heard Cam trying to up the energy and like trying to like almost like yell the bars, and it wasn't right.
It wasn't hitting.
Music not built for it.
It's not built for battling. Mm-hmm. It's built for cooling. You're too cool to battle. You're above a battle. Like you're just chilling on your throne. It's not like the locks they're still in the street. They're still on the front lines.
Son, if you working out, you listening to locks.
Yeah.
That's the most hardcore shit we're doing. You're not listening to fucking Dipset.
If you're trying to calm down before a girl comes over and gives you head she never gave you head before, put on some Cameron, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I imagine it would be like.
Chill up, clean out my apartment.
Ma, you gonna suck it or not, son? Like, word. But one thing I saw on the battle, and it looks like I could be wrong, it seems like Dipset aren't close. It seems like they're there for the check.
Ooh.
And it's like when you don't have that chemistry on stage, it's like that's why the performances weren't hitting. The locks, motherfuckers was finishing each other's bars. It was just like, oh man, it was so crazy watching.
Like I imagine them like in one of them breakdancing studios practicing.
Yeah,
you know how them bitches do them dances and shit like that, where all their girls are cheering them on when they do this a couple times.
Yeah.
You know?
And the camera be moving mad.
Yeah. I imagine the Locks is doing that for a month preparing for this shit. All right, get him, Sheik.
Yeah.
That's your bar. I'll come finish it. Also, the Locks, well, which one of the motherfuckers is diesel as hell?
Sheik.
That's Sheik.
Yeah.
Holy, was he that diesel back in the day?
Yeah, they all got on their health shit recently.
They look like they've been in
Jay's in
D-Block.
CrossFit.
They promote like juice bars and
like
like
vegan
working
or some
out all
shit.
the time. Yeah, one's vegan.
Jada does CrossFit, bro. He Mark over there. He's the Mark of the Locks.
Son, it was unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Jada still look a little thickums.
Yeah, but he used to be a chub. Bro.
Yeah.
Now he's in shape.
Yeah.
He used to look like Birdman. Now he out here fucking fit.
Yeah, I guess, kind of. You know what I mean?
For him,
For him, he looks pretty good. Yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
It was good, right?
Fucking, I was just like in my element last night, just having a party all by myself. That shit was so much fun.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. The energy was just crazy. Fat Joe in there with a mask. It was so weird.
That makes sense though. He's
Fat Joe, man. He can't fuck around.
Yeah, but isn't he vaxxed?
Come on, dog. You
don't think Fat Joe got vaxxed?
No, I don't. What are you talking about? No.
Really?
No chance.
I mean, his boy died from being fat pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Just fatness killed him.
Yeah. And
right?
then he really didn't lose that much weight after.
What?
R.I.P. Big Punk.
R.I.P. But it happened. I think
that's how you rest. That's why you resting. Because you weren't active enough in life. Now you resting forever.
Damn, bro. This guy's crazy, dog. Yeah. This guy's an animal. This guy's fucking dead, bro.
He was 600 pounds.
He's just trying to live.
What, are we unaware? How we
trying to live, bro. He lost 100 pounds. He's just trying to live. You know what I mean?
Yo, how crazy is it? You lost 100 pounds, you still died to me.
How crazy is it he used to rap about being on a scooter? Fuck out of here. You can see me in the 150. What is it?
It was a scooter?
Yeah, like the Honda.
That's a motorcycle.
Nah, them little Honda scooter shits, I thought.
No, it was a motorcycle.
He made that shit look like a scooter.
A 150 is smaller. That might not be a motorcycle.
What is the bar?
Catch me in the cherry red 150.
Catch me in the cherry red 150.
All his lyrics are like that though. I ain't a player. I just crush a lot.
He'd be crushing,
bro. That man trips on you. You are crushing.
Son, one of the best parts. Dead in the middle of Little Italy. Little did we know we riddled the middleman. It didn't do diddly.
Okay.
Fire. That motherfucker was for sure eating in Little Italy, though. I'll tell you that right now. What he was doing.
All right, man. So it was a success, a win for New York.
We do this dude while he's slurping spaghetti. That whole fucking verse is so fire.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. Anyway, what's up, Patreon? How y'all doing, man? We hope you appreciated that moment.
there was a time, I mean, we're older than a lot of y'all probably, but there was a time where like New York just ran the rap game, or at least New Yorkers thought it did. And none of y'all could have liked our shit, to be completely honest with you. But we thought it was the center of the rap world.
New York is North Korea, bro. It's
Say
really
what?
North Korea sometimes, dog.
Nah,
It's like,
nah,
yo,
fuck
dude,
outta
we got the fucking 20 holes in ones. Like, we win the
Yo,
Olympics every year.
If you
like,
don't love it and you're here, they might kill you. You know what I mean? They'll get you out.
that's what I'm
bruh.
saying. I'm North
Wait,
Korea.
y'all were feeling the New York rap back in the
Son.
day?
I
Fuck
was,
outta here,
but
son.
I wasn't the majority.
Word?
I love the
Fuck
locks.
y'all
I
listen to
love
Master P
DMX.
like this shit? Like,
Hey, make him say, dog. Act like that shit
niggas
slap.
say, na 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 na.
You don't even know nothing about
You
that
don't know
shit.
that word?
You know
What do
nothing
you-
about that
put
shit
on some
right
Playboy
there.
Cardi.
Your little
Yeah,
man
I'm
bun.
Googling
You don't know
that shit
nothing
right
about
now.
that shit right there, son. Fuck
All I'm
out
saying is we thought that shit was fire, bro. And last night confirmed why we thought it was.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful, beautiful evening. And so convenient. You could just turn on your phone and the hottest concert in the world is on. Also, I thought about this. You know when we were saying like rap is whack live? Competition is dope live.
Yeah, that's true.
If you can't sell no tickets and you're touring with someone, make it a versus.
Yeah.
Like, fuck out of here. Like, if Lil Baby and Lil Durk ain't selling tickets, make it beef.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, tour with the motherfucker that is just as nice as you,
Yeah.
and then just see who got the better tour.
Yeah.
Because rap can be boring live. I understand it. But if in the audience you get to decide who won that night,
Yeah. And motherfuckers talking shit.
during the whole
between-
Yo,
Son,
son,
that
when-
shit was so
when-
crazy.
When Jada said to Juelz was up when they were about to finish the song, they were about to play Wild Out.
Yeah.
And Juelz wouldn't leave the front, and Jada goes, "Yo, Kim, tell your mans to come," or like, yo, bring your, like he was a dog.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, "Get your mans back," or "Can you call your mans?"
Yeah,
Can you
he
tell your
sunned-
mans
he
to
sunned
fall
them. I
back?"
forgot exactly
He
what it is.
sunned
Yeah.
Juelz, bro.
And then another time he was like, yo, we got Grammys. They don't know nothing about Grammys. They only know about grams.
Yo, son, this is bad funny. They tried to have like a moment, like what's his face? Tried to have a moment. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his fucking name. The
can't?
capo, Jim Jones.
Oh, okay.
So Jim Jones tried to have a moment where he gets like a chain put on him, and he gets the chain put on him, and then you just hear Sheik in the back goes, "That was so corny." Stop the whole verses so some Armenian-looking motherfucker could put a chain on him.
Yeah.
And you just hear it in the background, right into the mic laughing. You don't see him say nothing. Yo, that was so corny, bro.
Yeah, son. Oh, man.
It was a little
good.
try hard, son. Dipset
Yeah.
was trying hard.
Son, they kind of lost their cool.
They might have, bro.
They lost,
Cam's
like-
hair looked like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Like, his hairline gotta go,
Never-
bro.
I've
Shave
never
that
seen-
shit down,
I've
B.
never seen Cam so uncool before.
But he old now, dog.
Yeah, but still, like, he had his swag was on like 1,000.
Yeah, but it's
Like,
hard to
he
have
kinda,
swag
like,
when your hairline's
showed
receding.
motherfuckers
Did he
how
get
to be
uncool,
cool.
or did you just grow up? You think?
Nah.
He's got it.
He's not uncool.
Right.
You can't be cool guy around energy. It never works.
Oh, interesting
Can't
point.
be cool guy.
Ah,
Cool
that's
guy
cool.
works when your energy dictates the whole room.
Yes.
And when most people are around Cam,
Nailed
this
it.
I'll show you somewhere I notice this. When most people are around Cam, he's so cool that you want to be in with his energy. He's the river. You just on a boat. You flowing with it,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes an energy is too big to be controlled by the coolest guy in the room. You know, when Jay's in the room, everybody's quiet.
Yeah, big
Nobody's
and
cracking
confident.
jokes. Exactly.
You
Right?
don't want to be like too frenetic, and then everybody's like,
But there's certain people whose energy is just so fucking contagious
Yeah.
that it doesn't matter, it changes it. I saw, and I don't want to call Seinfeld fucking cool guy, but sometimes Seinfeld, like, he big times his guests. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and the guest has to get on the Seinfeld energy,
Yeah.
right? Seinfeld could not stop the train that was Jim Carrey. If you watch that episode, Jim Carrey's energy just takes over. Seinfeld's on board for the ride. When Seinfeld is in with Tracy Morgan looks like a goofball.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, bits? You doing shtick? Like, what is this? Like, I'll do the talking. You just sit there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Tracy's trying to do his ridiculous irreverent shit that we find hilarious and we just go on with. And Seinfeld's like, no, we're having a conversation in the car. You know? So, like, and I've seen that happen with him. I'm trying to think of another person I saw it happen with, but with Jada, the energy was so infectious.
Infectious.
Which one is it?
I don't know. If I knew that one, I would have got on your ass. I was like,
The energy is just so infectious that the people in the room, and also we love the songs. You can't cool guy energy.
And
You know
that's
what I
why
mean?
he was trying to step up his energy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like I even saw this. I don't know if you were there. Like, remember when there was like a bunch of there was like Chappelle, Marlon Wayans,
Yes.
Rock, and all of
Yes.
them were at the Cellar performing, and Chappelle got cool guy energy,
Yes.
but he can kind of dominate with the cool
Yes.
guy energy because he's so fucking funny.
It was such a funny thing to see. Dude, I think about
he
that.
exposed.
Yeah.
He exposed, like Kevin Hart was being super like big and loud, but like it wasn't really working next to Chappelle because he would kill every single time with the cool guy energy. Like Kevin didn't have it enough in that environment for the energy and the passion to beat out the cool guy.
I didn't see that one. You go ahead and tell.
Right. So it's like that one, it was kind of weird. It was like Marlon Wayans tried to do it as well, and he was just kind of like loud with it, but it didn't really work because at the end of the day, when it comes to comedy, it's like, what's the joke?
Yeah.
What's the funny thing said? When it comes to music, it ain't what the joke. It's what makes you want to bang your fucking head, right? What makes you want to dance. And the cool guy shit don't really make you want to dance.
That's true.
The banger does.
Yeah.
So I think it got exposed. What you gonna say?
I think about that. I saw the night where Chappelle is on stage. I think he followed. So Rock went up first. And you think about this alpha shoe of comedy a lot. Rock goes up at the Cellar. Everybody goes nuts. Then he asks, can I intro the next comic? And what he says is, I'm fucking funny. Like, I'm a problem. This next guy is funnier. Give it up for Dave Chappelle.
Whoa.
Off rip. Wow. It blew my mind. Then Marlon shows up, fucking drunk. He trying to go.
Why?
Yo,
Why,
don't shoot
son?
him while he's telling the story.
Yeah.
Go.
I give you that. You stay steady right there. With
Then
a gun.
Marlon goes, he can shoot himself against this motherfucker.
It's like an Indian convenience store guy when someone tries to rob him, he just doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, whatever, shoot me, bro. I don't care.
Then Marlon Wayans shows up, fucking energetic, whatever. And the crazy shit was off stage. I promise you, like in every other aspect of life, Marlon Wayans is the alpha out there getting the bitches, big energy. Chappelle probably slinks in the fucking corner. This is pre like now.
Yeah.
And then Rock is in the middle. It completely flips on stage. Where Chappelle, there's two mics. Chappelle has a mic, never gives it up. All three of them get on stage.
Oh, shit.
Marlon and Rock share a microphone. And you can tell Marlon's frenetic energy is like mad try hard.
Wow.
And Rock is getting super annoyed. Like you can't. And there's one moment where Marlon tries to reach for a mic and Chappelle finally has it. I'm sorry. Marlon tries to reach for a mic and Rock finally has it. And he fucking moves his arm away like, don't fucking touch me, bro. I'm done with you. And then Marlon
shit.
keeps trying hard and Rock is annoyed and Chappelle doesn't give a fuck. And he's super cool, but he's so alpha funny. That's all that matters.
But
and
if that's at a concert and they're just like dancing along, here's a perfect example. If Jamie Foxx was with that group right there and they're at a concert or they're at a nightclub and it's really like music going, but it's also saying some jokes, but also going.
He's in his element.
The four of them that are not named Jamie Foxx sit down and observe.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
greatest entertainer in the group. Just off straight entertainment. It's like you put Sammy Davis Jr. in a room. You put Duval in a room. Like Duval in the nightclub will be funny, but also sing along with the things, get everybody cooking, etc. But on that comedy stage in a small room like that, it was just like everybody wanted to hear what Chappelle had to say. We don't even need to hear Marlon's story.
There's one stool Chappelle has it the whole time, never gives it
Are
up.
people born with that, or is that something you learn? Is that something you earn over time? What do you think?
I think it's all those. I think it's earned because you got to earn interest. You know what I mean? Like I remember early days, like when we would have guests on with Brilliant Idiots, like it was comical how little they gave a fuck what I had to say when Charlamagne was there. Like I could be mid-sentence.
Hey, you don't have to explain this to me.
I could literally be mid-sentence and then Charlotte could say something and you could just see their heads spin. Like, what would you say?
Oh, wow.
What you say might be more interesting than him completing the sentence that he's actually saying to me, to my face.
Yeah.
And
On camera.
it was unbelievable. And like I didn't personalize it because I understood it, right?
Yeah.
Like that guest came because they wanted that connection with Charlamagne.
Yeah.
So I tried to see where I could fit in within that element. But yeah, so I think it's a combination of all three. I think certain people just know how to like rock those crowds. But I think you also learn, it's just like we learn stand-up. Like there's certain things we learn how to do in stand-up.
Right.
Their platform, like Mouse Jones is fucking great at that. Like emceeing something.
Yeah.
He just knows how to get a crowd going. He says kind of jokes, but he's also doing call and response. Like it's like some like dance hall shit. It's real DJ shit.
Yeah, nah, he's nice with it. But then can you lose that? Because Cam on stage yesterday looked like he doesn't
Shell
have
shock.
stage control.
I don't think he ever had it like that though.
Son, did you see when he tried to freestyle?
No.
Oh my God. So towards the end, it's a freestyle that he's performed before, but it's like something he dropped like recently.
Okay.
Forgot the words to
No.
it. And so he was just trying to start over. He got booed.
No.
He got booed
I
in
didn't know
the
that.
garden in New York.
So this
son.
is really tricky because like Cam, maybe his brilliance could be his downfall, never pushed himself beyond the boundaries of New York. Even Harlem, I would say. Like he's like, I'd rather be king of Harlem than be like the court jester of America or the world. Like he's like, these are my people. I'm gonna do basketball tournaments here. I'm gonna own liquor stores here. I'm gonna be in my neighborhood. I know all the crackheads. I know all the fiends. I know the dealers. Like I am the king of this shit. And I really admired it because he was like, this is where I'm from. This is who I care about. And these are the people I'm gonna make music for. And they held him down no matter what.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm gonna have a loyal 100,000 people that's gonna support the clothing I do, like everything. It's almost like what academics were saying about the Twitch shit. He's like, I got my ride or die chat.
Yeah. He
thing.
gets your Grand Wizards.
He got his ride or die, the Grand Wizard, like all these. But it might not have to be too many, but they're ride or die.
Yeah.
And I think he had that in Harlem. So, but the problem is when you get exposed at home and that's your shit.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, that's when like they sealed the deal right there. When
'Cause
he
that's
when
crazy.
he fobbled that freestyle.
Where the fuck are the Locks from?
Yonkers.
They are from Yonkers?
Yeah.
So if the Locks were from Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, or maybe not Staten Island, but if the Locks were from any borough of New York, bruh, they might be one of the biggest groups
Son,
ever, bro.
does the Yonkers have the best New York rappers outside of Biggie? Because they got DMX too.
Ugh,
Son, and they might got to try a little harder.
that's too hard.
You know how
yeah.
like the white boy in the rap group got to like go, like Eminem got to go super hard because he's fighting
yeah.
for his card every
Yeah.
single time. Like if you're from Yonkers, you got to really prove it.
Yeah.
And if you're making gangster music, you can go super gangster.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're from Yonkers.
That's
Wow,
why
what is
D-
Yonkers? Like, what is the layout of Yonkers?
It's just Westchester,
It's mad
basically.
north.
Like
Yeah, it's like mad north of the Bronx, but it's like
Is it white people?
it's
It's
still
gentrifying
close
a little
enough
bit.
to kind of people consider it the city. Kind of it's weird, but that's why DMX went around battling people.
because
He
I gotta
needed
prove
my
I'm
respect.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, where you from? Yonkers? All right, let me show you what time it is.
Yeah.
You know-
Imagine they had a borough to claim them. Imagine they had Brooklyn. Like I remember we had what's it called? MOB.
Yeah,
Remember MOB came out
yeah.
and like everybody they were from Brooklyn, right?
Oh, Annie Up, right?
Annie Up.
Shit, bruh.
And they had a couple songs that were like really charge you up and
Yeah.
everything like that, but they also had Brooklyn behind them.
Yeah,
imagine
Brownsville.
imagine Locks was from Brooklyn. Are you kidding me?
How much of a difference do you think that makes? Like for Jay Z,
In New
I
York,
think it makes sense.
Branding
Really?
crazy.
like for Jay Z, you think that like put him over the top being from Brooklyn?
it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Really? If he's from Yonkers, is Jay Z?
I don't think so.
It's like being a rapper from Long Island. Like
It's a mystique
Really?
around New York that's national, global even. Matter of fact, my cousin went to college in Europe, and she's like, if you say you're from America, people hate you. If you say you're from New York, people are like, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
yeah, that's
And-
a good
and
point.
a crazier thing, and even though I'm from Queens, love Queens, if you say Brooklyn, there's gonna be somebody that just goes, whoa, like somebody makes a noise.
Yeah.
For some reason. It's always popular to claim Brooklyn.
I'm from Brooklyn, dog.
So you gotta say
stop.
you're from
I live in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
That's
What?
what we're talking about old.
I would
Brooklyn.
say
I've been
that
here
I
a
would
long
say
time.
that in the rap game, the greatest privilege could be coming from Brooklyn.
Yeah, probably.
But how hard is that to lie? Like, can't you just move to Brooklyn and be like,
It's
yeah,
hard.
Nah,
You
motherfuckers
can't move
will-
there. You gotta be from there.
You
You
need
gotta go to
history.
school
Like
there.
motherfuckers
like-
have to grow up with you. They know what building you grew up in
Really?
and all that shit. Hell yeah, motherfuckers still to this day know what building Jay Z grew up in.
I mean, where's 6ix9ine from?
Bushwick, right?
Bushwick, yeah.
It's like immediate clout. You know, it's immediate. And like New Yorkers, it's really weird. When it comes to anything else, New Yorkers do not claim Brooklyn if you're not from Brooklyn. But rap will claim you. You know what I mean? Like the Nets, we don't claim you. That's not us. Maybe some people from Brooklyn fuck with the Nets, but the rest
like
of us are like,
Tyson?
nah, we're not
Tyson's a
gonna do
Brooklyn
it.
guy.
Tyson's from Brooklyn. Shit, Michael Jordan from Brooklyn.
Wait, what?
He was born in Brooklyn.
Yep.
That counts?
Yep.
Tupac from Brooklyn.
How
All
long
the
did-
best rappers from Brooklyn.
How long did Jordan live in Brooklyn for?
He was born there, I think. And then moved to North Carolina.
I lived in Brooklyn longer than Jordan.
Stop.
Nah, but you're not
Stop,
from
stop,
there.
stop,
You're not
stop,
from
stop.
there, bro.
I might be from
You're
there.
not
Stop
from
it,
there,
stop it.
bro. Your mom wasn't nourished there, and the breast milk that came out of her was from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you can't claim it. You got
Like,
Capri
literally-
trackfuck on, like you can't
Bro, this is
claim
Brooklyn. This is my
Michael
part.
Jordan was sucking Brooklyn out of his mom's titties, bro. So was I think Tupac's from Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
he is, right?
Yeah.
And Jordan's from Brooklyn, right?
He's Brooklyn sperm at the very least.
Like they all were born in Brooklyn and then they moved.
And they moved, but
yeah.
you need
they
to
wised
start
up.
somewhere.
Yeah.
They might have wised up, shit. But they know where they came from. And they wouldn't be who they are if they weren't from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's weird. We never claimed Brooklyn for nothing besides rappers. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's a New York rapper right there. Because outside of that, it's just what, Harlem?
And then Harlem's known for their swag.
Cameron, Mace. Who else?
What if you say from Manhattan? Are there any Manhattan rappers?
That's Harlem.
Andrew Schulz.
That counts?
Harlem.
Of course, yeah.
Harlem's in
That's the only-
Manhattan.
that's the
But
only
they don't
place in
say Manhattan, they just say Harlem.
Yeah.
Like they create a little caveat because Manhattan is super bougie,
Yeah.
but Harlem, used to be a little reckless.
Lower East Side.
Yeah.
Doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, it don't hit.
It really doesn't hit. It really doesn't hit. And kind of wild though. Lower East Side used to be wild.
Yeah, I heard it used to be crazy.
Anyway,
Last thing, this really exposes who doesn't take care of themselves. You can tell just by Jada's performance. Freestyle at the end stayed super sharp. He took care of himself, and he will be rewarded for that. I remember watching DMX and Snoop. Snoop was so fucking sharp, dog.
Yeah.
Freestyling at the end for like 10 minutes, and rest in peace, but DMX was struggling. Bro.
Yeah.
Fucking struggling. Like,
Taking care of your
couldn't
health
even
is
freestyle.
important, yeah.
And you can, you get rewarded if you take care of yourself now, which is nice.
You
Give you a little
absolutely
second
do.
wind, this versus.
You got a nice little fit going on, Al.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's like 90s Al, but like fire.
well,
The
some-
Olympic denim?
A little Olympic throwback, 1996.
Yo, yeah,
little
this is
something.
nice. I
Now,
even see
where's
the
the
gold
joke?
shoes. No, there's literally
Oh,
no joke.
okay.
Because I was looking at the shoes and it was on some like Wicked Witch of the West shit. Like you look like the building.
I mean, he
just-
sticks them out so obnoxiously far.
I know,
Like,
but-
it pisses me off
Motherfuckers gotta
so
see the
much.
fit. son.
Bro, he's literally...
But I followed it up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, okay,
Yeah, thank you.
okay.
All right.
Nah, you killing it, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
put that fucking bagel in
when
front
you
of his
when
feet
you
again.
walked in, you had the pants hiked up because I guess you was on the bike, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, this motherfucker is not wearing like jorts or whatever they're called.
Jeggings? Yeah. The jeggings?
I
was
put my
like, no.
Lululemons on
Yeah,
for the
I thought you
Patreon.
had
I was
Jeggings.
like,
Cute,
no,
bro.
please, Drew, we lost him. We lost him.
Andrew
And then he
looking-
pulled him down. I was like, all right, we good. We
I'm out
good.
here, you know what I'm
looking
saying? No
cute,
big
dog.
deal, little fear of God
Yeah.
action.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
Nah, that jacket's
Submissive
fire.
and breedable.
Black,
Submissive and breedable, dog.
What the fuck just happened? You shot
He
him in
shot,
the
he
foot?
shot my
What?
fly
Tory
kick.
Lane's out here, bro. Relax,
So
dude.
much heat. son.
Holy shit.
Nah, but the
Yo,
funny
Al
thing-
is kind of built like a stallion with them skinny ass legs. Body.
Oh, word?
Al the stallion. You putting
Oh,
that?
we shoeing? We shoeing? Yo, how
I
about
made you look.
how about you give Mark his jacket back?
It's my jacket. He stole my shit.
Hey, I saw the hit first, son.
Son.
Who wore it first? son?
Oh, son.
This is Al.
Oh, wait. Didn't we already go over this on the podcast?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah, we did.
Yeah,
right?
but you didn't wear it because you thought enough
I
time
been
went
wore
by.
it.
You thought enough. No, you did.
It's such
no, you
a
did.
fire
you thought,
jacket.
That
I
shit
know.
is so
It's
fire.
such a
Sick,
fire
right?
jacket.
You just
dog.
took
piece
that.
of
That's
shit.
a fire ass jacket, son.
You see this impotent ass fucking gun, bro. This Nerf shit. Oh, got him!
Okay.
Hit you right in the glass, bro. Let's go. You get one too. Got you. All right, and just for good measure.
Motherfucker
right.
thought enough time went by. He could slide on. I was like, no, nothing.
Fuck
dog.
y'all. Fuck every one of y'all. Y'all dipset. Okay? Y'all are dipset, bro. For real. All right. Let's talk about the chimp nipple sauce monkeys, okay?
Yeah.
Let's talk about them. They're about to make the chimp nipple sauce monkey go extinct, bro. That's an endangered species
It's a
here in
wrap
New
for
York.
these fucking primates.
So basically, Governor Cuomo looks like he might be out of here. I don't think he's going.
He don't want to go, which I respect.
Yeah, but you know what's kind of funny? Like
He's a thug the way he moves
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
it.
but he's mafia, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gangster shit.
Is
if
he
he's
real?
No, he's not mafia. Like I think back in the day, Italians went two ways. They were like, all right, we're gonna go mafia, or we're gonna go like be part of the police. So it's either like you're Gotti or Giuliani.
Ah, okay.
And I understand why they went that way because they're like, nah, let's get these Italians out of here because they're tarnishing our reputation.
Yeah.
We here in America trying to make something of ourselves, and these motherfuckers are giving us a horrible opportunity to make
Yeah,
us
and
think
then you
we're all
like watch
fucking
people
scumbag.
in your neighborhood getting fucking shaken down. Like you might have an uncle who owns a business paying 30%. You're just like, oh, fuck these guys.
So I'm
Get 'em
gonna be
out.
part of the feds. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
part of the ops. You know, we're gonna take these motherfuckers
Yeah.
down. So I get that on some level, but then you realize that the greatest mafia in history, is the government. They're gonna tax you too. Like imagine joining the government because you don't like the way that this neighborhood mafia taxes people, and then you realize it's your job to tax people. And
I see you making a little bit of money now. How about 45% of that comes our way?
That's pretty good. But I think it's just hilarious right now. Like we're just seeing people age and we're forgetting like the stereotypes of these people, right? Because like literally this week we're shocked that a 50-year-old guy from Boston stopped saying the F word recently. You know what I mean? Like people are like, how could Matt Damon use the F word that rhymes with maggot? And it's like, maybe he's from Massachusetts and he's 50 years old. He said that word 10,000 times minimum before he's 8 years old, right? Like that's what happens. If you go to Boston, you're going to hear that word. I think it comes out with the stop sign. When the stop sign goes red, I think you just hear it, bro. I think that's what, it's not even a red stop sign. It just says the word. And then you go, oh, I guess I should stop.
It's damn near a term of endearment.
It really is.
Like a compliment.
If you walk around Boston, you don't hear it, you're like, man, this shit's gentrified, isn't it? Some those other whites don't
So in
come
Boston, is that the white N-word?
Yes. Absolutely.
My
maggot. So, and now we're looking at a 70-year-old Italian man that's a little handsy around women. Like, we're shocked.
Yeah.
Are we really shocked that a 7-year-old Italian guy is a little sexually harassing?
Yeah.
Are we shocked?
Not shocked by the behavior. It's just, you know the rules, you broke them. But it's also not shocking to me that he's like, nah, I'm not leaving. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if he takes that stance, if he just goes, yeah, I was just being like a charming old guy. I didn't realize it was making them feel uncomfortable. Now I get it. But like, I honestly, and I'm not trying to cap for the fucking Cuomos. Like, he's a piece of shit for killing all the old people, 100%. He's not even a piece of shit for killing all the old people. He's a piece of shit for killing all the old people, hiding it, and then writing a book about how great a job he did.
Yes.
If he never wrote the book and he never hit it, and he just took accountability for it. He was like, listen, we didn't know where to put these motherfuckers. We got to put them somewhere. Where you want us to put them on the fucking streets? They're going to die too. If he just said something like that, I think we'd understand. But to write the book about what a great job you did.
And didn't he hide the numbers? Wasn't it the numbers he specifically lied about? That's where it's also like, now you're just trying to be president and this is your little fucking moves. Fuck you.
Yeah. So interesting thing happened is Biden administration drops the investigation on Cuomo for the old people shit.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they were just taking out old motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He drops the investigation.
Well, he let Biden live, so he was like, all right, I'm good.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
He was like, you didn't kill my old ass.
Kill that motherfucker. But there's still a Department of Justice investigation that's going on from, I think, this woman named Letitia James, right? But that's a New York-based investigation. So I'm like, why the fuck would they drop the government one? That's weird, right? Like the federal government one. And maybe, and I'm not exactly sure, but maybe the reason was if he's found guilty of the federal crime, the state would need to pay the victims. So that could be a massive lawsuit with an already constricted budget.
Oh, shit.
So maybe on some Democrats rubbing shoulders shit, like, let's not take this out in the state. If he did something fucked up, why don't we just let them handle it internally? Now, I don't know who ends up paying the victims' families if he gets convicted of the Department of Justice, the New York one. Maybe that's a personal one.
Right.
Maybe his decisions, so maybe he'll have to personally pay for it. I don't know. Maybe the state still has to. But I'm looking for some reasons why they would let him off the hook. And then just yesterday, Biden out here just like, I think he should resign.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What is that about?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was trying to read through like what exactly he did, and part of me feels like they had this information on him for a while. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a sexual harassment case, if someone's been in politics for mad long, like I think it's fairly easy to build. I don't know. Maybe I'm like cynical, but like a man in a position of power, like I feel like you
talks to people for a living.
Yeah, like I feel like you could build a case against the guy, especially if he was like, how long has he been in politics for? 50 years?
And was he propositioning these women? That's another thing I need to understand, because like the sexual harassment thing is tricky, because you could think it's sexual harassment and he could be like, ain't nothing sexual about that.
I think some of them, according to the New York Times article, were like,
I want you to come suck my dick in the bathroom.
I think it was like groping and shit.
Yeah, it was groping and it was
Yo,
like...
is it? I'm not. Fuck them, chimp nipple sauce monkeys. Fuck them. I'm just trying to understand. Is putting your hand on a woman's back as you guys leave the room, is that sexual harassment? Because he might think, how do I get her out of my office? I got shit to do. Maybe if I guide her out of the office, I don't want this woman around. I got old people to kill. Let me just get her the fuck out, right? We got so many old people. They're still alive.
Yeah.
We need to do something
Hundreds
about
of
that.
them, yeah.
That's a big problem. Let me just guide this lady out of the office. Sometimes people are tactile, and it's a thing of endearment. It's like, hey, I want to let you know how close I am.
Which is
to
kind
you.
of what he's saying.
Exactly. And he's probably like, I'm so comfortable in who I am, you don't got to worry about me sexually harassing you. If he's straight up asking for dick sucks, that's different.
So
There
this
is
is
that.
He was kicking crazy game.
Okay, go.
So
Talk.
this is one of
let's
them
hear
from
this
New York Times, and I say crazy maybe in a bad way.
But he
but
said,
like,
"Ma, you gonna suck it or not?"
Yeah, if he was doing some Dipset shit,
he was on some Dipset
Hey,
shit.
if he was on some Dipset shit, then that's different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He said, this is from New York Times article. The governor leaned in close to her cheek and said, "I'm going to say I see a spider on your shoulder." Investigators found. Then he brushed his hand in the area between her shoulder and breast.
Oh, that's whack. I thought he was going to shoot a web on her chest. Yo, what? I'm just saying, bro. Like you said, there's a spider on your shoulder. She's like, what? And you're just like, Zah! I thought that's what he was going to do. I was like, yo, this guy kind of creative, old little Spider-Man ass motherfucker. Okay, go.
So like another one.
So he touched titty.
I think so, yeah.
There's
that's
an
what she's-
accusation that he groped
that's
the
what she's
breast.
saying. Yeah. Just before.
What if there was a spider? You know women don't like
The
getting
spider
rid
was
of
on.
spiders.
He said the spider was on her shoulder. So even if he would have to say, "Hey, spider's on your titty," and then fucking, that's an odd way to get the spider off. Is just grab it.
Yeah. You never
didn't
grabbed
brush
a
it.
spider?
You
He
never
groped-
grabbed a spider like that. You never went like that and just like
You never
grab the spider
You
off
never
of a
sucked
woman.
the spider off the
Yeah,
surface.
that's crazy that you never try to do that. What do you use to get spiders off of things? Your lips and your tongue?
Nah, you
Is
gotta,
that what you do?
I punch him.
You punch it.
There's a spider on you.
Oh, you punch it? I just slap it with my dick.
Yeah, I try to use my dick as much as possible.
No, that's what he's doing.
I
What's
don't-
wrong
yeah,
with you
I just-
guys? There
yeah.
was a spider, and I tried to brush it off with my cock and balls. Why wouldn't you guys do it? How do you guys clean spiders off of women's tits and shoulders?
Sounds like a man.
Okay,
Okay,
so then,
go.
So before
guys, this is sounding totally reasonable. I don't understand why Fox News is getting so crazy about this. The
Yeah.
guy's just wiping spiders off of women's
You're
chests
being
with his
helpful.
cock and balls. Yeah,
Exactly. So in December 2018, just before posing for a picture with a male member of the private detail and his wife at a holiday party,
Oh, he's sexually harassing dudes.
Mr.
too?
Cuomo peeled off the woman's name tag just below her breast. The governor began to leave, the report said, before doubling back, handed the man the name tag, saying something to the effect of, "You might want this, I could get in trouble." So they're claiming that that's also some form of harassment.
Nah, that's a stretch.
Is that like a memento? Like, is that like some corporate way of like getting used panties? Like, does he? You know how motherfucking creeps.
the
take some-
lamest way ever,
The
though.
lamest. Like
Hello,
creeps-
my name is Sarah. Like, yo, here you
Oh, I'm gonna go shoot some webs to this later.
This shit sound like a witch hunt, son.
I'm just saying, like,
That sounds like, yo,
when we're defending Cuomo,
Yeah.
you know it's a problem.
it sound like, hey, I'm playing a game. I took this off. Your wife didn't even realize I took that off. Ha ha ha! Look what I did. Like,
But there's a couple that's not the
Or maybe
breast
he's so
one, right?
progressive that he saw that there was a gender on her name tag, and he was like, "Let's get that out of here." Like, gender is fluid now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it was Mr. or Mrs., but there could be they, it could be him, her.
Maybe he just really wants to remember her name. You think about that?
That's
Hey,
another
Let me
thing,
take this.
bro.
Let me look at it like a flashcard, memorize it. Here, take this. I don't want my wife to think I'm just out
Or
here learning
maybe
bitches' names.
this is
Fuck
you
'em.
said it was a long time ago, right? Maybe he's saving the name because he's gonna kill her grandma. Maybe it's like I need to make sure I save all the names of the grandmas that I'm gonna kill. I'll put it up on a wall. This is great.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, good. The guy's organized.
There might be worse ones though. That's
Okay,
that's
go,
the
go.
only
What
thing.
else you
So,
got?
I don't know. I'm trying to
Because so
find.
far, I mean, it seems like what he's either
Let me find it.
throwing
One
his
second.
dick on girls' shoulders to get bugs
There's a
away,
sex proposition and a grope. I'm
or
not,
taking
but I
off
don't
a
know full
name,
details on
name
that.
tag. You know what I mean? I mean, why would she place her name tag there if she didn't want a strange old Italian man
I think
to
she's asking for
grab
it
it
a
off
little
of her? Like, it's clearly her decision,
Yeah.
right? It's not the creepy old Italian piece of shit that's just touching her titty as he takes off name tag. It's the woman's fault. For having a name. How dare you?
Why would she ever have a name?
bro?
Why would she ever have a name and then try to tell people her name?
It's disgusting. Broad.
Yeah.
Broad.
That's how
That-
Italians want it.
Exactly. He was furious. Whore. Hussy. Right?
Yeah.
Charlatan.
Hoochie mama.
Hoochie. Yeah. Okay? It's disgusting that she would show up to this corporate event as a woman and feel like she should have some form of identity.
Yeah, trying to tell people
on,
her
yo.
name. Like, why are you flirting?
You know what?
I mean?
He probably saw her and he was like, oh my God, this woman's trying to act like she was invited to the meeting when we all know that she's here to clean up afterwards. Takes the name tag off so she can do what she's supposed to do. This is
and gave it back to the husband. He's like, yo, your wife's out of place, yo.
she is out of place.
She want people to know her name.
Y'all don't got anything to cook
Yeah,
or
who you
clean
trying to
or
fuck,
bake.
yo?
This is fucked up.
She flirting.
Okay,
She
so
was flirting. He's looking out for the husband. He's trying to keep marriages together.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
here's another one. Try to
All right,
rationalize
go.
this. So
Yeah.
May 2017, a woman working for an energy
We're
company.
talking 2017. We're talking 2017.
He was a kid, bro. He was a kid.
Know.
He was
How
a young.
old was he back
He was
then?
a 65-year-old kid, bro.
65!
Like you made a
Come
mistake
on.
as a
What's
kid.
the statute of limitations? on
Yeah.
it?
he
Real
was
talk. Where is a statute of limitations? I need to go visit that shit, bro. Like, yo, where is the statute
That's a
of
memorial of
limitations?
limitations.
The
yeah.
memorial limitation. We need to go see. Why don't
We
they ever
gotta
try
go.
to take that shit down? Right? Y'all was taking down George Washington. You don't want to take down a statute of limitations, son? That one done fucked up a lot more
Yeah.
people, son. Fuck that statute.
Uh-huh.
All right, so in 2017, Virginia.
2017 and 2015, those are completely different years.
2017.
Chris Harrison defense.
So
All right, go.
this woman encountered Mr. Cuomo on a rope line at a conservation event. I don't know what a rope line is.
Sorry.
but
I know what
We
a
got an
rope line
idea.
is.
I don't know. So that shit, they used to call that shit lynching, but now they call it a rope line.
yeah.
Yo, he
All
was
right.
at a lynching in 2017, bro. And
He
this
gotta go.
woman wants to make it about her.
He gotta go.
That-
He gotta
right.
go.
She wants to make it about her.
But there was
They're
literally a
literally
rope line.
hanging human beings, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? And she thinks she's the one that's got it worse in that scenario.
Despicable.
What a white
That's
woman, dog.
disgusting.
It's despicable,
It
bro.
has to be a white woman, bro.
Gotta be a white
It
woman.
has to be a white woman.
Fucking
He's
Karen.
what?
Fucking Karen
Some
over
fucking
there.
Karen.
Her name's
bro.
Virginia.
Trying to make the lynching about
her
her.
name-
And it was in
Oh
Virginia.
my
No, no,
God!
no. Her name is Virginia. Her name's
That's
Virginia.
on purpose.
Oh my goodness.
That's on
bro.
purpose.
Holy shit. He probably went down there to stop the lynching. He went down there to stop the lynching, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, the person's about to get lynched. He just starts seeing spiders all over their shoulders and
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna shoot something on to help you slip up off that rope real
Yeah.
quick.
He wanted to protect the spiders. He didn't want to kill a spider because he's a conservation.
What did
He
he
is a
say to her on the
conservationist,
way to
dude.
saving lives?
All right, yeah. So she wore a shirt bearing her employer's name.
The Klan probably.
Quote, when the governor reached Mrs. Limiatis, he ran 2 fingers across her chest, pressing down on each of the letters as he did so, reading out the name of the energy company as he went.
Okay, first of all, was it in Braille? Was it in Braille? If it was,
He's
in
older, it's hard to see.
Son,
Like,
he
you
can't
can't
see.
see
He
that
might have
well.
astigmatism. I got astigmatism.
Yeah.
He might not have his bifocals. They didn't come in just yet. And maybe it was in Braille. The guy's obviously fluent in Braille, right?
Yep.
Because that's how he communicates to all those old people he's about to murder that they're going to be dead, right? So he knows that Braille. He got it down. And he was just reading the Braille.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants to buy a shirt for his wife. I want to see what company this is.
Thank
Or
you.
maybe he
Oh.
reads with his fingers. You know, when you're a child, you go like that.
Yeah.
Try to
He's
say that.
only 65.
Yeah.
You're
He's a
right.
kid.
He's a kid.
He's a young kid.
He's a young Italian kid.
Yeah.
Damn, son, we
Son,
all
this
made
is
it.
crazy, bro. It's a real witch hunt, dog. It's a real witch
Oh,
hunt.
that was the same woman as the spider incident. That was the same one.
I gotta see her ass. Because he went back for more.
no, it was
This
on the- it
old,
was on the
creepy
same
chip
event,
nipple
on the same
sauce
event.
Monkey. Oh, it was the same event.
Yeah,
So
I
he
just-
just went back for the titties over and over again.
I
Yo,
read it
son.
in the wrong order.
J.C. Penney got to market this shirt around her, like the guaranteed sexual harassment bra, something like that. There's money to be made out here.
And then the last one I can see here is that he could do his own bidding, as in his aggressive flirtations with the female trooper, instructing her, "Don't tell anyone about our conversations." So
Maybe he told her like some government secrets.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, I'm
where they-
killing a lot of old people
Son,
right now.
yeah,
Don't
like-
tell anyone about
I'm gonna
this.
get your dad out the old people home. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them are dying.
Mm.
We don't know what he said to her. Don't tell anybody about a little conversation. Why
Maybe
don't she say what was said?
Yep.
she doesn't want to say because he told her not to say.
But why are you saying?
Yeah, she's snitching.
She's
Already.
snitching, but she's not willing to snitch about the goods. Maybe he
The
was
odd
giving
dry
her some
snitch.
good information, you know?
That's
Maybe
true.
he was saying that, you know, he was going to make a contract with all the people of New York State and then break it immediately. And then have us mask up just to go inside stores and restaurants again. Piece of shit.
DeSantis never did that.
DeSantis never
Word.
did that.
Never
right?
did anything wrong, DeSantis.
Nah, he don't
DeSantis-
sexually harass nobody. My man's sucking dick out there like a fucking hero.
Who's sucking dick?
DeSantis?
God bless him. Mwah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God bless him. I love that DeSantis. Like, I just grabbed. Mwah.
There's a spider on your dick. Sorry, sir.
Real talk, dude.
Yeah. So that's all from the New York Times article. It looks like,
That's crazy.
Maybe there's more. There might be more
So
stuff. There's
we
more.
gotta have some real fucking
Might be more
allegations,
egregious.
bro. I mean, like he's saying that. This is what I got here. Is that he said Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, 11, okay, including current and former government workers, okay, breaking state and federal laws, engaging in a pattern of unwanted touching and inappropriate comments, according to New York State Attorney General Letitia James. She interviewed 179 witnesses. That's a lot of witnesses, yo. I mean, 11 people. That's 17 witnesses per titty grab. Were you bringing these bitches up in front of a show at the Village Lantern or something like that? Yo, where the fuck is going on? You touching titties at open mics? That's 17 people watching per titty grab?
Oh,
So
apparently
if he was doing this in public, like,
Right?
oh no.
Again, he's still Chimp Nipple Sauce Monkey, and he should probably rot in jail for his absolutely disgusting actions.
Apparently, with executive assistant number 1, he kissed her on the lips at least once, grabbed her buttocks.
Which
during
lips?
during
I need to know which lips.
and asked multiple
I
times
need to know which lips.
about whether she had
Was she
cheated.
drowning on a beach? We need to know the context. Son. Was she drowning on a beach and he gave her pussy CPR? Was she drowning? Was she drowning?
She
on
got
the
stung
beach?
by a jellyfish.
Son, you might have got stung by a
So
jellyfish.
you got, what
Clear!
yeah.
Yo, you're a savage. You Indian motherfucker. You are an absolute savage. I'm just
and
saying.
He once reached in her blouse and grabbed her breasts. Another time, he ran his hand across a girl's stomach from her belly to her right hip as she held the door open.
He might have just been reaching for the door, you know what I mean? And then on the way.
It seems like you just can't see. So.
Another time,
One,
he asked him,
one or two of those
He
look
just got
crazy
bad
in that
eyesight.
last paragraph.
He got,
Yes,
he got Andrew eyesight.
a 22-year-old woman if she would get a tattoo, and if so, she should get it on her butt where it couldn't be seen. He also asked whether
That's
she-
good political
life advice.
advice, son.
That's
What, you gonna
life
run for
advice.
office? You got a dragon on your shoulder? I'm not fucking voting for anybody with that. Right? Get it on your ass.
I'll let you slide.
Yeah.
on her shoulder.
I almost said rooted. That's why I had to switch that word up. But I fucking got it.
You got
was
it,
a
you
little
got it, you
tricky,
got it.
but I got it.
He also asked whether she
Hey!
had piercings on
Joel
anything,
Santana. Hey!
any piercings other than on her ears. Is another thing that he asked.
Because he also has nipple rings. He has pierced nipples.
Yeah.
He's
Good
part
point.
of the fucking Niceum cult or whatever it is. He is a chimp nippled with a piercing sauce monkey.
That's a good
that
point.
should probably be burnt at the stake.
He also said, let's play strip poker while on an airplane.
I can't think of games to play?
Yeah.
Son, you don't get Wi-Fi up there sometimes.
To whom? To whom did he say that?
To a woman and other aides, it looks like.
Okay, so you're saying that he had AIDS on a plane. That's got to be a new Samuel L. Jackson movie, son. They're not going to put out
I'm
that
tired of these motherfucking aides on this motherfucking plane.
son. Andrew Cuomo and AIDS on a plane, dog. I'm tired of these motherfucking AIDS. Those motherfucking plane.
As in
That's
political aides. As in political aides.
Political AIDS.
Yeah,
okay.
people that are aiding the governor.
Ah,
Yeah.
they gotta switch that word. Help? Y'all can't call him help. Call me help, son. After 1984, call me help.
And now his brother's getting smoked too, right?
His brother's getting smoked because he went back on the news, I guess, for the first time in a minute and didn't even bring up the fact that the president of the United States said that his brother should resign.
Well, also, apparently, he was like kind of counseling him and he was like getting government information he shouldn't have gotten.
Oh, there's a lot of shit that you can criticize about him.
Yeah.
You know, also just his face. He's stupid in the face.
Yeah, but he,
Right, but
yeah, he
he's
was-
a stupid-looking Fredo-faced
but
motherfucker.
you don't
That
wanna
I-
box him, though.
I would box him, and I play him in FIFA, and I take his pussy out to the corner, and I make him sell for $5.
Nah, I believe that.
That's what I would do. $5. Who's on a $5 bill? You gonna find out. If you didn't know, then you gonna know now. When you selling that pussy on the corner for $5.
Is Andrew going to be with him?
Say
Cuomo.
what?
Is Cuomo going to?
Both Cuomos. 2 for the price of 1. Absolutely.
That's a good deal.
All right, but anyway,
So-
you were saying.
Yeah, it just seems like he touched a lot of women inappropriately, and people are not very happy about
But his brother wasn't saying anything about it because I think they got some kind of embargo on what he. I think like CNN
CNN
basically
took
said,
him off all Andrew Cuomo coverage.
yeah, you can't talk about your brother. But that only helps his brother.
Yeah.
Like,
And him.
yeah, like it helps you and your brother. Like, if you had to talk about your brother and all these allegations, it would hurt your brother. So conveniently, you're not allowed to talk about your brother anymore when he has a fucking national federal lawsuit brought up against him for sexual harassment. That's a little convenient.
But it would hurt him if he's doing good shit. And I was like, damn, I can't even like.
Yeah, but
dig up
CNN
my
gonna
brother.
cap for him regardless. Like if he does anything good, you know that they're gonna push that shit to the top with the rest of the cucks on that network. So
Yeah, they were interviewing him. Like, he was interviewing his brother before. Remember, they had that little funny back and
Yeah,
forth?
yeah.
Who mom loves more, whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They caught me with that shit.
So
I thought they was really upset. I thought they was beefing. Yeah, they called me that
Is that
shit.
their beefing?
I didn't know that was the thing they do all the time.
it was just a versus, bro. That's all it was.
Yeah,
There you go.
It was a versus.
It's a CNN versus.
I'll be honest. I'll say on this podcast right now, I'll slap the shit out of any Cuomo.
Any
Any Cuomo.
What if they're not even related?
What
to
about
the
Mama
political
Cuomo?
family?
So
Say what?
Mama Cuomo.
I'll slap her pussy lips. And that shit gonna sound like a wind chime.
What?
I'll just go like this, like. Bring. No, I would slap the shit out of both Cuomo brothers right in their face, in front of their mother.
Okay.
Yeah, back to making sauce, mom.
R.I.P. Because I think their mom.
Oh,
passed.
she died? Oh,
so.
fuck, cut this whole part. And we're back. No, but I would slap the shit out of both Cuomo brothers just for New York. You know what the Locks did for New York last night? You know, they came together,
Yeah.
they brought us back, and they made us proud. Yeah. I feel like someone needs to slap the shit out of both Cuomo brothers just to make New Yorkers proud again. And I would gladly slap the shit out of both of them. Like, we just sit them down, both next to each other, and I'll just do one slap forward, slap both faces, one slap back, slap both faces. That's it. Bop, bop. Then they can get back to whatever they're doing. Oh, is that a fucking mosquito? What is it, spider? Oh, is that a spider? Bop,
your
bop,
cheek?
bop,
Yeah,
bop.
yeah, yeah.
Done. That's it. Out of here.
There you go.
I think they need a little slap. They would understand a slap more than they'd understand any sort of punishment from the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Put them in jail for a week? Nah. Public slap. Public slap. You can't even go back to Italy after that. You get publicly slapped like
You
that?
go to France, be
You go
prime
to
minister.
France. Yeah.
See,
100%.
nah, but his problem was touching him. He should have just sniffed him, and then he could have been president.
Yo,
that's a
good
good
ass point. Do not touch women. Smell them.
Smell him.
That's
And
actually a good point.
you can compliment them. You would smell them. You'd be like, "Oh, is that Chanel number 5?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it is."
Yeah, that's a very direct response to the Me Too movement. They're like, "Don't touch us anymore. We don't want to be touched."
You're listening. You're a good listener.
Yeah,
Say less, and then start huffing.
it's like
ladies.
some little kid. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm just smelling you.
This is a good, you
Biden
got to
been
use your
on
other
it, son.
senses. Yo,
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew was out there,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is that Pepe Le Pew doing
No,
that
he
shit?
was, yeah,
he would
yeah.
smell bitches.
yeah.
Right?
He did everything, but
He did, wait, we touch him too?
Oh, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let me
Kiss and all that shit.
Pause.
remember that Chappelle bit? What kind of fucking
Pause.
rapist is this guy?
Pause.
This guy defends Cuomo and it's like, "Yo,
Pause.
Pepe Le Pew, what are you doing, bro?" Like, it's fucked up. Like, this
Yeah,
guy,
he was kind of fucked up. He was kind of fucked. But he's an animal. Animals do that. Like, there ain't no consent in the
Yeah,
animal
that's a
world,
good
bro.
point.
Animals be raping, yo.
They be
Shit
raping,
is
bro.
wild.
That's true, man. It's,
Yeah.
it's a fact. It's,
Yeah.
it's an unfortunate fact. You know what I mean? I got to protect my dog in the dog park. My dog walking around with that young puss.
Oh my God.
with the
It's
fatty.
true, dog. My dog walking around young puss with the fatty, new haircut, swag, tail all high, pussy exposed.
Come on.
I'm like, tuck your tail, bitch, slut. You know what I mean?
Why are you dressing like that at the
Yeah,
dog park?
like tuck your tail, cover your pronouns.
Yeah.
These dogs can smell you from a mile away.
yeah, they're the best at it.
The best.
Statistically. Yeah.
Statistically.
Is it spayed or neutered or whatever one that your dog
Doesn't
gets?
play spades, bro.
Nah,
It's just
bro.
a regular dog.
Yeah, it's regular. It's a yellow lab, not a black lab. Yeah, nah, man. I think we need to do something about these Cuomos. But I don't feel like they're out of here. I don't think CNN ever gets rid of Chris.
Isn't there a bridge named after him or some shit?
No, Verrazano.
There's no highway named after a Cuomo or something? I think I saw it. I
think
drove
they
on
Can you
it.
imagine taking
Yeah,
the
man.
Cuomo anywhere?
I
What
took
highway?
I took the Cuomo highway. It's
No.
like named after the dad Cuomo.
Yeah, the dad. The dad got something.
Which highway?
I don't remember. It's like going upstate.
Who's his dad? Politician?
Yeah.
I was driving up that shit to hit 20 old people on the way. I just kill all of it. It's crazy.
Son, what a cuck the dad is.
This is
a
a
part of
highway
the-
they line up old people.
Yeah, it's a
and you
part of the
smash
highway.
them.
Yeah.
Just bowling.
Yeah, yeah. There's a retirement home on the side. Then just wheel them out in a wheelchair. You just crush them.
Oh my God, this
I
is
can't find it.
amazing.
Yeah.
I
You can't find it?
No.
All right, well, look, Cuomo's, y'all about to get out of here, both of them. And if you want to do some celebrity boxing, I'll slap the shit out of Chris real quick. No problem. For charity. We could do it to donate the money to all the victims of your father. I mean, your brother, who's also your father.
And if you lose,
I don't lose.
you gonna
The
shake
Mario
you gonna shake your
Cuomo
head?
bridge,
You gonna
bro.
shake your head if you
I
lose?
don't
son?
lose. I don't lose. Son. I don't lose. Son.
Motherfucker just off.
No, there's a Mario Cuomo bridge.
Huh?
The Mario
Now,
Cuomo
Mario
bridge.
Cuomo was kind of lit, I'll be honest.
You know nothing about him.
I don't know anything about Mario Cuomo.
Nothing.
You don't think he knows anything about Mario,
Nothing.
bro?
Nah, he know nothing
Tell him
about
what you know
Ask
about
me
Mario.
one question about Mario Cuomo, I'll tell you right now.
Who is
How
his
tall
arch?
was he?
Italian.
How tall is he?
Italian.
Who
How
is his
tall
arch?
is he?
Who is Mario's arch
Italian.
nemesis? Who was his arch nemesis? Huh?
His arch nemesis
Who was
was
Mario?
Waluigi.
Oh, you.
Me.
Okay.
I'm his arch nemesis. Okay? Ask me more questions.
Still to this day.
Yeah,
Oh,
carrying
shit.
it forward, bro. It's like the new Star Wars. It's fucking. This is the legacy right here.
Who was Mario's wife?
Mario's wife
Yeah.
was Sylvia Bellucci.
I would have also accepted Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Also Princess Peach. Okay, ask me more questions. Ask me any question you want to know about Mario.
What was his big policy?
Biggest policy was put up Columbus statues everywhere.
No, the plumbing systems, huh?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm really missing the Mario games every single time.
He doesn't know anything about video games. I told you guys.
Yeah.
I've been telling you
Fuck,
forever.
He didn't
Yeah.
say video games. He said FIFA.
No, he doesn't know anything about video
Yeah, I
games.
don't play video games, bro. I play FIFA.
Yeah.
I play sports.
He-
I'm an
and,
athlete.
yeah, he's
I'm an athlete, son. I
Thank
don't
you.
play video games, son. I'm an athlete.
Yo,
son.
soccer
It's
sports
different.
He
again.
doesn't-
Let's
hold
go.
on, real quick. He doesn't play FIFA. He is FIFA.
I am FIFA.
He is FIFA.
I really
he
am
lives
FIFA. I
Son,
really am
breathes it.
I
FIFA.
can't wait for this shit to happen.
Son,
I'm
every
hyped.
time I say
I'm more hyped
FIFA,
than-
every single time I say FIFA, someone's mom's pussy gets wet. That's a fact. Son. If I just say it, like I know that there are people that like play FIFA right now, they're listening right now, and they're upset. You might be upset right now, but understand your mom's pussy is wet. It's not upset.
You got some
It's
more.
soaking
You got
wet.
more challengers coming at
Son,
you. Or
I
what?
got so many people in my DMs, and I got so many wet panties from your moms. So it's just simple as that. Like, why is your mom in the middle of dinner just leaving dinner? You're like, where you going? I just got to use the bathroom. She got to take off her underwear. She got to wring it out in the fucking sink and then put it back on because she's too poor for more underwear, yo.
She's selling pussy for $5.
$5. You're not gonna make a lot of money. You can't.
But
you
she
can't
needs
buy-
it though.
She
needs
really
the
needs
$5.
it, bro. She needs that fucking money, dog.
Yeah.
She really needs that money, dog. For real. It's crazy. I built a container house inside some of your mom's pussy. So seriously,
Called
I had
Ben
Uyeda. I called Ben Uyeda and I was like, "Yo, can you give me some architectural designs for a container house that we could put in some of these mom's pussies?" And he was like, "Well, how small do we have to be?" And I was like, "As big as it gets, bro, because I'm leaving moms gaped." Some of your moms is gaped, bro. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. Yeah, some of your moms was walking a dog with their pussy so gaped, the inside of their pussy lips got burnt from the sun. The inside, not the
But
outside.
some of these people's moms maybe passed away or something.
Say what?
Well, some of these people's moms
That's
passed
Cuomo's
away.
fault.
Yo,
yo.
that's how wet their pussies got. Is
They drowned.
they literally drowned, dog. It's sad, bro.
And then
It's
Cuomo
super
came to give him
sad.
mouth to mouth. That's
Say
it.
what? Say
Cuomo
what?
came.
I did give him mouth to mouth, but I used my butthole. I gave your moms CPR with my butthole.
How'd you do it?
I farted in their mouths. Yeah, exactly. And then I held their nose closed and farted their mouths, and the fart breath actually brought them back to life. It actually brought them
And then
back
they
to
drowned
life.
again in
And then
the-
they did drown again. They did drown again because I started playing again. There's nothing they could do.
They needed a
Yeah.
Mario
Nothing they
Cuomo
could-
bridge. That's what they
Son,
needed.
sometimes
They got BJ Penn in that bitch. Just
real
sucked
talk,
in.
they did. They got sucked in, bro. They got sucked in. That's what happens, yo. It's what happens to your mom's pussy. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. Like some of your moms will say this. They'll be like, "This didn't even hurt that much when I gave birth to my son." No, it didn't. No, it didn't, bro. Get an epidural. If I play you, make sure your mom get an epidural. Make sure she get an epidural. Make sure she just gets knocked out.
You talking bad shit, son.
It's crazy, dog.
You better, when that FIFA happened, you better put it down.
I don't lose, bro.
You better put it down. I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
lose,
son.
bro.
Don't camera on that
I'm
situation,
not
son.
camera the
Like,
situation, dog. Your boy's out here. Your boy never lost FIFA not one single time. I'm the greatest to ever play FIFA, and your mom's pussy soaking wet, sluts. Yo, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, bro. It's really crazy for y'all.
Shit.
Anyway.
What else?
What else we got? Are we getting vaccinated? The proof of vaccine? What's going on with all that shit?
It's looking a little scary.
Looking a little sussy out there?
Yeah. So
What do you think? Yeah. So let's break down what the rules are, what's going on, what's happened in New York. Because a lot of people are like, yo, y'all moving out of New York again?
Nah, we vaxxed, baby. We good.
We vaxxed.
They did not pass down a mask mandate, which is what I was worried about.
They didn't pass out a mask mandate, but every store is now mandating masks.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh,
Fuck.
yo, son, if you go out, you're gonna start to see all these stores. Yo, you gotta wear a mask, especially like in my neighborhood. A lot of the stores.
Really?
Yeah.
cuck ass
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Cuck
son.
ass neighborhood, son.
Shit.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
So I think that's what's basically gonna happen. Like where my girl is doing her like where she works, basically. The office now has a mask mandate.
Get the
She
fuck
works at like one
out
of
of
these
here,
big
yo.
corporations.
But for
so
how long? Like how long are we doing this though?
Even if she's vaxxed?
even if you're vaxxed, when you get to your desk, you could take off your mask.
Wait. If you're vaxxed when you get to your... Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
you
like
gotta
the
wear it.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that shit stopped at restaurants, right? I haven't even carried around a mask
No.
Son, it's
for a
such,
minute,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
It's performative nonsense. This whole like, I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I'm gonna have my mask on until I get to the dinner table, and then we're gonna eat and drink and laugh and yell with no mask on, right next to each other. It's
So-
just cut that shit out.
Are restaurants going to start putting up the dividers and shit like that again?
I
And
like
the
that.
fucking-
I ain't gonna front.
Really?
I don't want to hear nobody's conversation next to me. I want you to get better food than me. I want you get out of
No,
here.
that's
Block
funny.
that shit out. You
I
like
actually-
being next to motherfuckers?
Yeah, I like looking at their table and like just eavesdropping and seeing what's going on and shit like that, and then coming up with a whole story about their life. That shit is fun.
You ever go out to dinner with someone else, or you usually eat alone?
Alone? Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not even listening to his date, bro. His date just talking.
I multitask,
He's
baby. I
eavesdropping,
multitask.
like, he's developing all scenarios with the people next door. That's crazy, Al. You're a wild boy for that. So LA County, Washington, D.C. have recently introduced mask requirements. I think Vegas did that. Louisiana did so on Monday, as did San Francisco, several surrounding Northern California counties. De Blasio made a different calculation. He wanted to focus on vaccine rates. Concerning requiring everyone to wear masks, it would remove the incentive for people considering vaccinated. Being vaccinated is law. We heard, I think you guys said as we sat down, that they are going to make in schools kids 7 to 12. Is that it?
12 to 17.
12 to
Sorry,
17.
12 to 17 get vaccinated. What are you guys' thoughts on
I
that?
don't like that. There's
So-
not enough mortality amongst children to say you should get a vaccine.
Let me throw this at you, and I want to hear your reaction to this. Kids have to, because this is what a lot of people are going to say, right? That
Yes.
are super pro vaccine, is kids have to be vaccinated to go to school anyway. What's
Yes.
the difference with this
I
one? What
think
is your pushback? with
The
that?
mortality rates for smallpox, for fucking measles,
measles,
mumps, rubella,
rubella,
whatever.
all that shit.
Was very high for kids.
Right.
This is not killing kids.
Right.
So y'all get vaxxed as adults. Take care of yourself. Don't put that shit on kids. I don't think it should be law, period, necessarily, but don't have kids doing that.
I think that's reasonable, B. I think that's now the pushback that someone's going to give is, well, the Delta variant can still infect you even if you've been vaccinated. So we don't want, this is what they're going to say.
Yeah.
We don't want the kids to get this Delta variant and then pass it on to a more vulnerable staff member at the school who might die.
If
That's
you
what
are
they're gonna
vaxxed
say.
and the death rate for vaccinated people, even with Delta, is less than 1%.
Yeah.
If you are that concerned about getting sick that you're going to make a kid get a vaccine, you're a pussy. Quit your job.
Or don't go to school. Like, don't work. If you really think
Yeah.
that you could die from it, that's okay. And I think that we can have empathy for those people who really think that they could die, even though they are vaccinated. They just think their immune systems are that weak or they're that overweight, etc. But if that's the case, I don't think you make the whole world bend to you.
No.
I think you say, I got to stay home.
Yeah.
Get a different job, go on unemployment, do something
It's
else.
not that easy though.
Go, fam.
It's not that easy to just get another job like that. Like if that's their career. and
Yeah,
shit
but
like
you are such a small fraction of the
What's
population.
harder, vaccinating an entire population or just that person going on unemployment?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not just one person. And so, like,
It's
the best
a
argument
small
I've
percent
heard,
for
the
people.
best argument I've heard for it is for immunocompromised people that can't get the vaccine.
Ah,
that's
this is,
the best
So
argument.
explain that one. This is interesting.
So there are some immunocompromised people that their immune systems are so weak they can't even get introduced to the little bit of protein strain that's in the vaccine.
So just to clarify
Yeah.
real quick, this is a really interesting point. There are people that are taking immunosuppressant
Yes.
drugs because they might have some other issue. Maybe they're going through chemo or maybe they have some sort of cancer or some other disease. They've taken this drug, which really compromises their immune system. Because their immune system is so compromised, they can't even take the vaccine, which is a micro dose
Right.
of what the drug is. I don't even know if that's what this vaccine is. It might be a little different.
It's a
mRNA
little different,
is a
but
little
it's
different.
still.
But let's
it's
just,
still
for
bad, yeah.
lack
And
of
some people
better,
have allergies too to like some of the stuff in the vaccine, so they can't get it. Like
boom. So there are
Yeah.
certain people who actually can't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Should we be considerate of them? Should we look out for them in the same way that we look out for people who are crippled, right?
Yeah.
Like we make sure we have ramps, not just steps to get into buildings. We make sure
Yeah.
that there's a bathroom for them, et cetera. Just finish what you were saying, Alex.
And so, because of that, I think that's enough to have everyone get vaxxed. Because it's like we're getting everyone vaxxed with certain things like Hep C and all that type of shit before you can start certain jobs. And that's not really killing people nowadays, but you still have to get it every 10 years to work at certain places.
Yeah.
So I'm like, teacher is one of those public jobs where I feel like, nah, you should have to.
That's an
I feel
interesting.
if it's a public service job, you should.
It's also mandated by the state.
Yeah.
Tell me why I'm callous and where I'm wrong and thinking that's still too small of a percentage to vaccinate an entire population. To what you said earlier. We cannot bend all of legislation to 1% of the population.
Probably less.
Well, that's
Probably less.
That's the conversation that is happening with Corona. It's like, what percentage of the population do you create public policy for?
Yeah.
Like the percentage of people who are paralyzed or in wheelchairs or these types of things is so small. I mean, like it's how often do you see people like on crutches or wheelchair? Like, and I'm not talking about like Conor McGregor where he's going to have it back, but think about it. Every restaurant is mandated.
Yeah, that's true.
To have a wheelchair bathroom. Everyone. And if they don't have it, it's because it was grandfathered in from before.
Yeah.
Every place of business is mandated to have some sort of access way for people to have a wheelchair. This is probably less than 1% of the population.
Right.
But we are making sure that we're taking care of those people, which is like a really thoughtful thing to do.
But this is an interesting thing with that example specifically because those ADA accessible buildings, they're like, okay, we need to make it accessible so people in wheelchairs and like handicapable people can get in here. But then with the like vaccine requirement, there's no caveat for people that can't get vaccinated. So it's actually disbarring them from entering into businesses. So they're saying like, if you can't get vaccinated, there's no like caveat to be like, oh, I have like a legitimate reason. I have a doctor thing. So then they
Do you know that for sure?
That's
though?
your fault.
Nah, but
You
do you
piece of
know that
shit.
for sure? Because I'm pretty sure.
as of now, that was just from the de Blasio's thing, which I think will get like tweaked over time.
Oh, okay.
But as of now, there's no like caveat for them.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, if you're not allowed to get the vaccine due to
You
being
just have to show
immunocompromised-
like negative COVID tests. I imagine that's what it is.
Because the negative COVID test gets you an Excelsior Pass also, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like an antigen test will get you one for like 2 weeks or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's tricky, but it is interesting just like public policy wise is what percentage of the population has to be affected for us to change public policy? Because if it was 50%, we would change public policy. If it's old people, right? Like old people, I don't know what percentage old people make up in America, maybe 25% or something like that. That was enough for us to go, maybe it's 15, who knows? But that was enough for us to go, you know what? We can't let old people die. We are going to change our lives. We're going to shut down businesses because we want our old people. We love our parents. We love our grandparents. We don't want these motherfuckers to die.
15% is over 65.
15%. So like that's 15% we know.
Yeah.
1% will we change it? I don't think we will. I think for 1%, we're not going to change it unless there is a massive financial benefit for an incredibly powerful corporation in America.
I don't know.
And I think that's the big pharma. I think big pharma has enough.
I think it's other businesses too. Like this is like the biggest wealth transfer in history. Like what people are saying. I don't know necessarily how true that is, but like there's a lot of people that are getting richer from COVID and lockdowns and restrictions in general.
I think it's all about popular sentiment. If it becomes popular for everybody to get vaxxed, like trans bathrooms, some places, less than 1%, but you
Yeah,
have
that can
genderless
fuel
now
a lot.
bathrooms just because it became a popular topic. I think that's all based on.
Sorry, real quick. Going back
go.
to your, I keep thinking about your handicap example because that's a great point. One thing I'm thinking is that's for a business. If you decide to have a business, you have to have an ADA accessible, whatever. We don't tell every individual homeowner your house has to have a wheelchair accessible ramp. So I think that's where I am finding the parallel with the vaccine. Every individual has to have a vaccine.
Well, they're not saying every individual has to have a vaccine. What they're basically doing is making it incredibly inconvenient to not be vaccinated.
Yes.
So if your kid wants to go to school, you want your
is-
kid to go to
yeah,
school,
that's-
you want to go eat out at a restaurant. Like they're basically taking away all the luxuries that we enjoy. I mean, the only reason that I got vaxxed is literally so I could like, quote unquote, live my life. My life meaning I don't want to throw that shit when I go on an Uber.
Yes.
I don't want to throw that shit on when I go to a restaurant. I actually want to be a little bit of a pain in the ass when motherfucker tell me to put a mask on the street. You know what I mean? Like I want to have a comeback. I ain't got shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So I get bodied on fucking flights.
And to that, I would say a lot of that shit, if people are like, hey, let me make this choice. All right, fine. Then you also choose not to eat in a restaurant. That's a luxury thing. You choose not to go to a fucking amusement park or whatever. These are choices. That's you. You're choosing, and that's fine. Like you're losing these luxuries. Going to school, I don't see in the same way. Going to school, I see very different. If somebody's like, hey, I don't want to get the vax, but I don't want to not be able to go to school. That's different to me than eat at a restaurant. If it's like, hey, I want to not get vaxxed and not wear masks and eat at restaurants, fuck you. That's not reasonable. But I want to at least go to school. Cool. And kids aren't necessarily affected by this. That's where I'm like, I can't necessarily protect the 1% of immunocompromised teachers for this entire student body to get a vaccine they probably don't need.
But they can do teaching from home.
I mean,
the Zoom
The
shit.
teachers can do teaching from home, I think, way easier than the students.
No.
Or
A
get
bunch
a
of
sub,
kids in a
or
class
have
and this teacher is behind a screen.
you get disability pay all the time, right? You get disability. We can factor that into disability payments.
Also, the
I think there's
distance
way
learning
more
is, like,
workarounds
it's
than
killed schools and stuff.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, one of my buddies is a teacher at a middle school here, and it's like, I mean, Shifty was in school a minute ago.
Yeah.
And like, just distance learning, like, test scores went down. Like, literally, like, kids are learning to read later. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. It'll incentivize the parents to get their kids vaxxed.
right.
Because it's like, hey, you see your child is going to do worse being at home, so I
Please
urge
believe.
you to get them back so you can send their ass to school.
Please believe. Parents will put anything in their kid
Oh,
to
absolutely.
get them
them
out
to
the
school.
house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if all they got to do is shove a virus that we don't know what could happen in 10 years into their kid to get them to leave the house 5 days a week and not have to pay, that's going in that kid. I think the parents will administer it themselves.
And that's why I don't like it.
like easily. Like I cannot. Like if you speak to, I mean, you got, well, they're like young, but like your sister has a kid that's super young. But like I'm sure you have friends that have kids that had the kids at home while they're trying to work from home.
Son.
They were
And
falling
that's
apart.
why I don't like it, dude. You are essentially forcing a bunch of kids to get a vaccine.
It's kind of coercion a little bit.
It is
Yeah.
coercive for sure. If you want to eat at restaurants, all right, man, you made the choice. School is fucking different for kids who aren't really affected by
But
this.
it's kind of genius, B. Like if you want everybody in your country to be vaccinated,
Yep.
what you do is you remove the luxuries.
And I kind of believe it could be a big pharma play off of that.
I think so. They're not mad at it. Put it this way: Big Pharma's not mad at it. I think they just upped the prices of the vaccine. I think Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer and Moderna
Yeah, they said the boosters are
Fucking
more.
drug dealers, dog.
just started upping the price, bruh.
Yeah.
How you gonna raise the price when the shit don't work? How, like,
Nah, it works. It works.
no. Don't let me say it don't work. Like, but if I could still get it, even though I got the vaccine, like that's when the price comes down a little bit, B.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I buy some 100% protection for my sneakers, you know how they have
Yeah.
that spray, like 100% waterproof protection, and then the water gets in. You got to drop the price because now it's 95. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can't raise it
Yeah.
after it's 95%
Chris
protection.
Rock said that shit well, and it's so true. All medicine is a bunch of fucking drug dealers. He said about AIDS, and it's exactly what happened. They're never going to cure AIDS. The best thing they're going to do is give you some shit that helps you live with it.
No.
And that's exactly what they're doing with
No,
Corona.
the best shit that they did, and this is genius, I never even thought about it. The best shit that they did was give you some shit that you have to take every day so you don't get it.
Oh, or that.
That
yeah.
was unbelievably genius. And if you think the person that could invent that can't invent the cure for AIDS, you're out your goddamn mind. There's just no money in it. But the shit that you would have to take every single day so you don't get it, who wouldn't take that?
Yeah.
If you're gay, you out there getting dicked in random places from random motherfuckers, and you know that one of those dudes could be
Yeah.
sucking dick in a parking lot.
And that's exactly why we're going to have to get a Corona booster every year, because there's so much money to be made off of it. I also
Or-
think the virus will mutate, but that is a
Or
reason.
they give us some shit, which is kind of what we have now, which is we ain't even going to get it. We're not even supposed to get it, at least.
What do you mean?
That's the prep, the shit we take every
Oh,
single
yeah.
day. Like if you could do that for COVID viruses, all of them, like all coronaviruses,
Yeah, but I think you're going to need it every year or whatever.
if it's
And then,
every
and then you're
day.
gonna have to prove it.
Oh, every day.
You're gonna have to prove the boosters too.
And that's where I also think
What
to
you
your,
mean by that?
Like in order to go into restaurants, like if you have to prove the vaccine, like I don't see why you wouldn't have to prove the boosters.
Well, I think what they'll do is once we get that card, I think it will just, anytime you get it, will just automatically update on your card.
Right, but then you'll have to show your card and they go, you didn't get your booster.
And then they'll be like, nah, you out of here, sorry.
Right.
I mean,
And then my thought is like, how long does that go on for? Like 20 years from now, we're like getting the next booster for the next variant.
Yeah, I don't know how long it goes on, but there's definitely a lot of money to be made right now. And I also think this Delta Plus variant is more like, hey, let's get everybody a booster.
wait, there's a Delta Plus?
So South Korea has reported 2 cases of the Delta Plus
And then
variant.
the Lambda variant.
2
is still out
cases.
there.
That shit
Oh, and then
sound-
Mark was talking about a Lambda variant.
What's a Lambda?
That's the other variant that
They're just doing
mutated.
Greek letters. So Lambda
Where's it
variant.
from? I need to know. I'm only taking it serious if it's coming from countries that got
Greece.
fucked up
Weren't
shit.
you saying they're calling it like the Doomsday variant? Or
I think that
some
was
shit
the
like
plus one.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
the
really
plus.
tripping on a South Korean version. I'm
Why, 'cause
not
they,
really
they got
tripping
that
on
controlled.
Yeah, they're clean people. Like they like American culture. Like, I
Lambda
think they'll
variant
be
first
good.
identified in Peru.
That
spreading
shit
through
might
South
fuck
America.
you up.
That's the
son.
problem.
That shit might fuck you up.
Peru?
Yeah, Machu Picchu. That shit could come right from like the ancients.
Montezuma's
B.
revenge. Dog.
Yeah, Montezuma's not there, but still.
But his revenge. That's my point. It's the revenge. Of Montezuma. Like he's pissed that Cortez killed him. He's gonna run it back. But yeah, I don't know. The other thing that frustrates me is like the emergency orders from the government.
Going
So
down.
like they're just in prolonged emergency orders, so they can do all these things without having like any sort of like bill proposal or vote. And to me, that's the part where I'm like, so like normally to shut down restaurants, to impose curfew, to like impose vaccine requirements, you'd have to go through a vote where like the
That
people.
should be some sort of democratic process.
That is the thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And that like at least the representatives in your area would vote on it, or you'd have a vote amongst the people, like a popular vote.
And generally speaking, not to cut you out, but generally speaking, we're okay with emergency orders because sometimes the democratic process takes too long,
Yeah.
and you need to make a decision right now. That's
Exactly,
why, like,
yeah.
a president has executive orders, and that's why you can bomb a country before you ask the Senate for approval. Because ask the Senate for approval might take a
take
little
too long.
while, and we need to get to action.
yeah, there's a legitimate reason why that caveat
so
exists.
that should exist. But now we're in this shit for a year and a half.
Almost
I
2
think we
years.
could have a vote.
I don't know. The shit is still changing.
Also, good point. If it changes immediately
Yeah,
and
it's
rapidly
like,
spreads, how
you
long
can't-
can we take?
Yeah.
That's he also.
Until it levels out.
But you can do a vote amongst the representatives.
Son, that shit is taking too long.
Now, by
Like,
the time you
every
actually
day there's
vote on the
new
thing,
news about
there's
this
new news, new information. I understand their argument as well. Listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm always gonna lean on the side of freedom. I'm always gonna lean on the side of democratic process. But there are certain circumstances where it's like we need this decision yesterday.
Yes.
And when you have a global pandemic and you got these new motherfucking variants coming around, you might have to make some decisions today. We're not waiting for Thursday for Pelosi to get back from vacation so we could decide something for the whole country.
But in my mind, I'm like, they know it's going to mutate. They know there's going to be variations. Like, they have a schedule that's like, it's
They
going
don't seem to have any foresight with Corona. It's just constant like reactiveness and overreactiveness
And it's still politics.
lack of privilege.
If one side wants something, they're gonna be like, "Well, you gonna give me to get my vote?" Like we don't
It
have that.
becomes politicized.
Yeah. But my thought is just how long is the emergency order going to go on for?
Until
the
that shit
emergency's
stop.
over.
Yeah.
And my thought is like the government ultimately just wants power. Like every government operates the same way. Like they just want like control and power. And to me, like this is a great way just to like continue having control and power.
Yeah, but like, I hear that argument and I agree with it, but I think that sometimes the control and power is the manifestation of trying to keep people safe, and trying to keep people safe is what allows someone to stay in power. So I think that we skip a middle step that's kind of important.
Yeah, I
right?
don't think it's nefarious.
But when we say it like that, it comes across as nefarious, right? Because it's like all they want is control and power. They're just getting high off of it. It's a drug. When in reality, it's like, man, if 20,000 people die under my watch, I'm not going to get reelected.
Yeah.
So I want to be reelected. All right, let me put some rules in to make sure that people don't die. And as long as people don't die and they die in other places a little bit more, I can run on that, and then hopefully people reelect me, right? And eventually that sentiment's going to change to the situation with DeSantis, which is like, yo, we're so grateful they let us make the decision ourselves. We're going to keep running for this guy. But that hasn't changed in democratic cities yet.
I think Florida's going to win even more off of this if you require kids to get the vaccine. Because I already was talking to two parents who moved from Cali to Florida because they made their kids wear masks, and they were like, dude, I hated seeing my... Dude, I heard a story. My homie Tushar was at a bookstore with his nephew, 8 years old, had a mask on, and he got really excited about something and then had to like take the mask off and like go in a corner and like breathe or some shit like that. And he was just like, dude, kids all over the fucking country are doing this.
Yeah.
And if you're a parent who sees that once, you're going to be like, we're moving. I'm going to Florida. I don't want to get my kid a vaccine for some shit I don't think he needs. We're going to Florida. And again, if you're above 18, hey, if we're at war with a virus, above 18, you get drafted. You got to serve your fucking country. Under 18, we don't do a draft. It's, you know what I mean? To me, it's different when it's kids. It just is.
My prediction is that Delta is gonna hit Florida. I don't think it's there yet. Like,
Oh, it's hitting.
no, but not the wave that Cali's getting it right now. And when that happens,
I think 50% of Delta cases are from Florida, Texas, and maybe one other state. And they don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. I'm not giving a fuck shit. I don't like that. Like, as much as we benefited from it and it was a fun time being there, like, I want you to give a fuck a little bit.
I want you to give a fuck a little bit. What are you talking about over here, bro?
I don't
You
know.
want who to give a fuck a little bit?
DeSantis.
Why? What
Son,
do you mean?
said you wanted to be at the Garden last night for the verses.
Son.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I did. That's what I'm saying.
DeSantis
I
treats
am- I
every
am
day like
mixed on
it's a
it.
versus in Florida.
Yeah.
Right? He's just like, yo, let's
And it
ball
shouldn't
out.
be
Let's
as
have
jam,
fun.
bro.
Old people versus COVID, bro. Let's go. Like, who's got the best bars? Let's run it.
Facts.
Jada, dog.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tough topic.
Yeah, it's tricky, man.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
But yeah, I don't think it's nefarious, but I do think that there's like an outcome that could come from it that like, I don't know if it's beneficial. That like you have
Like what?
I don't know, like there's like the racial segregation component that I think is like fascinating, and I'm curious to see what happens. Because like so far, Black Americans are like the least vaccinated group.
Yeah.
Like in New York also.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do the Black restaurants, like I was talking about this before, there's like a Jamaican spot near me. And I'm like, are they gonna check for it? Like, are they going to turn away? Like, because if 70% of their clientele is vaccinated, are they really going to turn away 70% of revenue?
I seen your neighborhood in Brooklyn. There's no way 70% of it.
Nah, but that's a great point. So if they can't have people in, if you're a restaurant, even if you're not Black owned, you're just a restaurant that serves the Black community, and the Black community is the least vaccinated community, your sales are going to dip by that exact percentage, right? So now there's this interesting racial component to the COVID policy that wasn't their intention, but it will play out. And you're going to have minority businesses potentially getting crushed by policy that should be equal across all races, but it isn't because of the cultural effects of the vaccine. Like, people do not fuck with that vaccine in certain communities. Them whites, too, don't fuck with it.
That's what I'm
Them
trying to think of a
conservative whites.
store that
Nah.
serves conservative. Like
Cracker Barrel,
Yeah,
son?
Staten Island?
Yo, maybe out of Staten
Bass
Island.
Pro Shop.
Bass
Yeah.
Pro Shop
Oh,
losing
boy.
50% of its sales. Like,
Yeah.
real talk, that's going to happen. All them gay bakeries or whatever, not the gay bakeries, the Christian bakeries that don't want to make the cakes,
Yeah.
they going to be in a rough situation.
Yeah.
Now, what they could also do is not require the vaccine for entry to the business.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Shifty's over there having a fucking... All right, motherfucker. All right. Wipe him on the chair.
Hey.
Wipe on your jeans. You got pants.
He's got sweaty hands, bro. Come
Nah,
on,
bro. It's all right. He's working. That means he's working. Let him work. No. I want his hands sweaty. That means he's cooking clips, baby.
Fire clips. Eh?
All right, but yeah, that's a really interesting point, Mark.
Yeah, I don't know what happens with that. Like, I don't know if they just say,
I mean,
nah.
that's if I'm Fox News, I'm running that argument nonstop.
Right.
Like, what you're doing is hurting minority businesses. You go
Right.
after the people that the liberal networks are trying to protect and the liberal politicians are trying to protect.
Also creating like a medical segregation. Like now there's no Black people at like the cellar, no Black people wherever. I think that part is probably overblown, but like
Nah, it's real. I've noticed that for
Really?
100% fact. Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, much less Black people at comedy shows in New York because of the requirement.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting, man.
I don't. I think the Democrats are blowing the next elections again. Just watching the way Trump, the last 6 months or whatever of his term, cost him the election. I think the first 6 months is costing Democrats the next election.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of time. A lot of things could change. But
Nah, you
I
might
think
be
a lot
right,
of people are
man.
going to be like, yo, if it ain't Trump, I don't give a fuck. I'm voting red.
Son, I feel that way, and then I'll tweet one thing about like how stupid it is that we got to put masks back on.
Yeah.
And then there's all these people in my fucking tweets and my mentions like, oh, because you're a doctor? Like every comment is about, I guess you're a doctor. You know what's going on now. And I'm like, wait, these people exist?
Yeah.
The people that are capping to put back masks on
Yeah, it's
are still
fascinating.
around? I don't see
maybe
these
you're right.
people. Do y'all see them?
Yes.
Where are they?
I mean, it's funny, but a lot of them are in the Black community.
There's mask people in the Black community,
Yes.
bro?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Who?
I see it a lot.
For what reason? Just
Like, and I still see there's shaming going on when like a versus event, and I saw people's like, look at all these irresponsible people out there.
Oh, get
so
the
close
fuck
to
out.
each
Don't
other.
go to the Versus event, dog.
all the Lollapalooza and shit
my
like
question
that.
for them is
people. I
like,
saw that.
when is it good? That's my thought.
When
Like that,
everybody tells them it's good.
But what do you mean by that?
That's my frustration with like all this shit. Is like it's just all right, flatten the curve 2 weeks, and it's like all right, like we talked about this before, but it's just like perpetual goalpost moving.
Yeah.
And it's like at what point is it okay? And it's like just when
It's about information, where you get your information from. Everybody's working with different information.
I don't get information. I don't know nothing. I just think logically it's about death rate and hospitalizations. If you're telling
That's
me
how I
the
feel.
infrastructure of hospitals is overwhelmed, all right, man, let's do something. A bunch of people are dying, all right, man, let's do something. If 0.05% of people with vaccines are dying, I don't give a fuck about still wearing a mask if I
And
got the vaccine.
that's the thing you care about. And some people are just like, yo, if you put on your mask and
You
get
don't wanna get
vaccinated,
sick?
you'll save lives. And then they'll be like,
But that doesn't actually. That's just a. There's no actual thought to
Yeah.
it.
Me and
It's just a
Akaash are
talking
pro-choice,
point.
bro. We're
I'm
pro-choice.
pro-choice,
Some people
baby.
are pro-life, and that's fine. if
I'm
they're pro-life.
pro-choice,
Oh,
dog.
you know what I
You
mean?
want? Hey, if you don't get the vaccine, that's your choice. If you die, it's
Pro-choice,
hilarious.
dog.
Wow, Father Ben.
I
got
choose
so
to laugh
disappointed
at it.
in
Some
you,
people are
son.
pro-life, and they're like, yo, we gotta preserve all life, but not me, bro.
Damn,
Pro-choice.
Consistently pro-choice, dogs.
All right, fellas, what else we got, man?
Some big trades.
Yo, Kemba Walker coming in the Knicks, baby.
That's big for
it's
y'all,
looking
man.
like Kemba Walker's coming.
That's
in.
he's getting bought out by the Thunder.
Yeah.
And you're gonna go to the Knicks. That's big for y'all. Then the energy in New York is gonna. I think he's gonna be good.
I mean, if Kemba crosses some people up, I mean, I don't think he's elite, but I think if he crosses some people up and then hits some dagger threes in their fucking eyeball in the Garden, is gonna go crazy. Garden's gonna go.
He was
wild.
an all-star in Charlotte, and he wasn't good in Boston. But I think that could be on Boston as well.
Yeah.
I think he might have been hurt, but New York could do a lot for him,
Two
man.
old guards, Kemba Walker,
that are
Derrick
kind of
Rose.
similar.
They're
Yeah.
both.
I mean, the Knicks fucked up this draft. They fucked up everything. They're just back to fucking
I'm not that excited
They
about it.
fucked
It's
up
gonna look
Dipset.
good.
They fucked up Dipset
fucked up
too.
Dipset. They
They
fucked
did
it
fuck
all
up,
up.
yeah.
Man. It's really.
What
really
about Dame
bad.
Lillard? You saw that? I think Stephen A. Smith said that if he leaves Portland, that he would go to the Knicks.
Well, he could say that, but we just got Kemba. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Now
how
we-
many 6-foot motherfuckers that are nice with, I guess step back threes are we gonna have on a team?
You just got to get enough assets to trade for him because you're not waiting for his contract to run out.
So maybe we scooped up Kemba so we could trade for Dame.
Oh yeah, or trade Derrick Rose and have Kemba in the wings or whatever.
What y'all think about Carmelo going to the Lakers?
Yo, here's where I haven't, like, people are always like, y'all owe Carmelo an apology. I don't think we do. I think this is exactly what we said Carmelo should be. Come off the bench,
Yeah.
play sixth man, whatever. Our issue with Carmelo was I'm going to start, I'm going to fucking laugh at any reporter who asks me if I'm going to come off the bench. You're not that good. You should be in the league.
Yeah.
You're not the fucking MVP caliber player you seem to think you are.
Yeah.
And now he seems like he's humble.
It was discrepancy between ego and skill.
Yes.
And like now that the ego matches the skill, we're like, yo, go be a role player on a team.
Yeah.
And that's why I think LeBron signed him.
Yeah.
Because LeBron's making all his decisions there. Like he could have signed him before, but
That's
he was
what I'm
like,
saying. It's about goddamn time. That shit should have happened already.
Yep.
but it
In my
wouldn't
book-
happen because he was like, this guy's ego is crazy. He's not going to fucking listen to me. He's not going to play his role.
This motherfucker think we're peers.
Yeah.
I saved your life when you were drowning, you fucking
I
loser.
put you on one banana boat, and now you think that we just the same all of a sudden.
My prediction, I think he's gonna play it really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
think
gonna
he
be
will.
with his boy. He's gonna be comfortable. Like I
Yeah.
think he's gonna go off.
Yeah, he could. And I think LeBron's going to need it. I think LeBron really needs the curious thing is LeBron's going to have to manage a bunch of egos. I think AD is fine. He doesn't got to manage AD. He's just going to go out there and he's going to do what he does. But I think managing Carmelo and Russell,
Yeah.
because Russell is unmanageable. Nobody has in the history of the game has ever got Russell Westbrook to play differently than he plays. So he's basically going, do we want this guy who's going to be the alpha on the team no matter what? Even if it takes bad shots, he will be alpha. That will be his role, to take bad shots, but he's going to fucking do that. How are you going to get that guy to play enough under control that your team can be successful in the playoffs?
Let me ask you this. I think I heard this on Tiki Wiki maybe, but him, like we always say this about Kyrie, but Kyrie works as a number 3. Could Russell Westbrook also work as a number 3?
Not in his head.
What about Kyrie? And the same thing? Kyrie is like, no, I'm not number 3. We're all 1A, 1B, 1C. Nah, you number 3.
Yeah, but Kyrie never assumed the position of number 3 with the Nets.
When they all played, even when it was just him and Kevin Durant, they were washed in Milwaukee. But when they all played, their record was incredible.
Of course, they're going to
Stellar.
beat teams in the regular season for sure. There's no
Yeah,
question.
okay.
They have so much talent. But I think come the playoffs, you need a little bit more organization. It just can't be buckets. It's got to be defense too. And then when the assholes start to tighten up a little bit more in the playoffs and the defense gets a little better, don't get me wrong. Westbrook gets points. Like he's going to get points in transition. He's going to get to the cup. He's going to get people involved. But in order for him to have like big output, he's got to take a lot of shots. Do you want Westbrook taking those shots? Do you want LeBron taking those shots? You want AD taking those shots? Like, when has he been deferential in his whole career? So he's not going to change that. He's going to chuck up them shots when you have other people on the team that should probably be taking them.
Yeah, it's
And are you
tricky.
going to take the ball out of LeBron's hands?
Yeah,
Are you going to
that's the
let
weirdest
Russell
thing,
be
yeah.
point guard?
I think LeBron plays point and Russell plays 2. I think that's
Russell
what it
not
should
going to
be.
want that.
Yeah, I know. It was an odd trade for
I
me,
do
'cause
not.
I, feel it's
I
like
think this is like
him and
LeBron.
LeBron are the
LeBron
same.
thinks he can manage him for sure.
Yeah, but I think this is almost LeBron going like, all right, let me just play with the boys. Like, let's have some fun. Like, I think he don't even care if he wins. I think that's what it's about because like he got
It's
older.
possible. I felt that way about his move to LA. Period.
Yeah, but then they got that.
They got one
that chip.
but yeah, you're not getting 6-7. I don't think.
Yes, it's peculiar, man.
But them and the Nets will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like both teams are crazy stacked now at this point.
Yeah, but like, I can't really consider a team stacked if it's got like older people. Like, I don't think Carmelo being on your team makes you stacked.
Yeah.
No.
Westbrook,
Westbrook, LeBron,
That's interesting.
AD.
and I think
stacked.
you have Westbrook because you're like he's gonna cause Kyrie so many problems, or he's gonna cause like Harden so many problems. Like he's just gonna lock in, and if LeBron can get Westbrook to just play D, just
And
be a
fast break
tenacious
buckets.
defender, fast break buckets, and then just not even touch the ball on offense, then I think that they can win. I don't know if he can do that, but I think it might be enough for Russell to just destroy somebody defensively.
You know what could be fun also about Brooklyn and LA? This is the first time Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant will be playing on equal talent fields. Because once KD went to Golden State, we all wanted to see Oklahoma play Golden State, but like the talent discrepancy was so
It was too
crazy.
big. Yeah.
And even if Kevin Durant's way better than Russell, Russell's such a fucking dog.
You might
that, like,
figure it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But it's going to be good for them whenever LeBron leaves the floor because now you still have somebody who can a playmaker, he can
Yeah.
score, whatever the case is.
He
But
might
when
should be sixth man.
when they're both on the floor, I don't know what's going to happen.
Tricky, yeah. It's tricky. But we'll see. We'll see if he buys in. I mean, that'd be really helpful if he did.
If he was sixth man, that'd be crazy.
What about our girl Simone Biles getting that bronze? How do we feel about it?
I mean, it's cool that she came back from this mental like deficit to like actually medal. I thought that was dope.
And she tied the record for most Olympic medals, like the U.S. record at least.
Right.
For most gymnastics medals, I think.
Which is cool. I don't know anything about beams. I don't know if that's like her event, if she should have got gold.
It's
if
almost
she
like
shouldn't.
Jordan when he lost to the Magic, when he came back and lost to the Magic. It's like, I mean, I'm glad you came back, but shit,
come on,
it's-
bro.
I'm not used to seeing you get bronze.
Lose, yeah,
You've
yeah.
seen you lose like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
dude.
GOAT combo comes back in where it's like, all right, you came back, got bronze, like
And this is how you retired, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sucks.
it's
still
a
calling
wrap.
yourself the GOAT. I mean, it's cool you medaled. Like that's something no one, like most people will never do in their life. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if she continues to call herself GOAT.
I think she
Like-
might retire. Well, you were saying she's probably going to retire,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
it's
she
a wrap.
retires. Yeah.
I think, man, it would have been so special if she got gold.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have been
Because
fired.
people really would have built up this mental thing, this mental lapse, this mental breakdown, as if she was coming back from like ACL surgery.
Yeah.
You know, like, which is not the case. You know, ACL surgery takes a year. This shit takes, 2 weeks or whatever the hell it took her to come back from. But, yeah, the bronze is just like, I think it's almost like a non-story. If it was a gold, it's story.
Yeah.
If it's nothing, then it's story. But the bronze, like, all right, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
We can move on,
Yeah.
you know?
When is the Olympics over?
The 8th.
Not soon enough, bro.
We're still losing the medal count, bro.
I'm over this shit until we start.
Really?
China got 32, we got 25 gold. So it looks like it might be a wrap, dog.
It bees like that a lot. China be getting the most golds, and then we have the overall wins.
No, I think this is like one of the first times in a while, like that America
shit.
didn't get the most golds.
Nah, man. This is.
I don't like losing to China, man. That shit scares me.
Son, get used to it, baby.
Son, they're beating us at athletics. Have you
That-
seen the Chinese?
I know, that's wild.
It used to be by a lot too. Like 2016 medal count was like not even close.
What was it?
The United States have 46 gold.
Right.
Britain had 27 gold. China had 26.
Oh, shit.
And
They
now
won.
they out here.
In 2012, United States had 46. China had 38. And
I blame Corona.
Nah, but we still got our shit coming.
2008 actually, China beat us.
Yeah, 2008 is the one I remember. That
Which
was
is-
in China, though, I think.
That was China had
Some home
51. United States had 36.
Oh,
Probably some
fuck.
home
That's
cooking.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But apparently they just been putting crazy money into Olympic athletes. I read like a New York Times article, which was kind of hypocritical, I thought, because America kind of does the same thing. But like they were basically like gold at any cost in the communist China or whatever.
I
was,
mean,
like,
it
the
makes
article.
sense. Like,
Yeah.
as long as the Olympics is important, actually, I have an idea. As long as the Olympics is important, winning is valuable,
Mhm.
right? Because it not only puts your country on the map, but it shows dominance, right? You can't be the greatest country in the world if you get your ass kicked
Yep.
in the most important
true.
tournament in the world. That being said, if we start to get to a place where we're not winning Olympic medals, I think America should do everything in our power to undermine the value of the Olympics.
Ooh, Olympics suck.
The Olympics suck. Like, what do? You just throw a ball far? Like, what is that? These sports are dumb. Like, let's go make some money, be professionals. Like, just undermine the whole shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you can't compete with China, who's got money now, and the entire ethos of communism is country over person. So we will win at all costs, even if it's lives. I don't give a fuck what experimental thing we're putting into you. It's about the country always.
Yeah. And USA men's basketball finally making a comeback.
Let's go.
So they beat Spain yesterday.
Let's go.
And then they play Australia tomorrow in the men's semifinal.
And we got bodied by Australia earlier, but I think it's time.
So they're about to run it back.
Yeah, we got to run
Luka's
it back.
one match away from winning playing in the gold medal game. The Slovenians.
Luka is that motherfucker.
He's the nicest, bro. It's crazy.
He is that mother. If
48.
Luka beats
France.
No, but if Luka beats America, like they get to the finals and Slovenia beats America, Luka's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
They're going to have that conversation, bro.
Yep.
Does that affect like the actual NBA trades and stuff? Like if there's some dude from Spain that's nice in the Olympics, has that
Yeah.
has that
Not
happened
only trades,
in the
but
past?
drafting.
Yeah,
Really?
Ricky Rubio.
100%. Ricky
drafted that
Rubio
way.
had a big Olympics.
Really?
Yeah.
Patty Mills just signed with the Nets. I hadn't heard Patty Mills' name in forever, but he
San
plays well in the
Antonio,
Olympics.
that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So do you think that like does that also incentivize international players to be like, yo, if I show out
yeah, I'm
here,
sure.
like I could change my
Especially
life.
the young ones, bro. If you're
Yeah.
out there hooping, balling on these motherfuckers, you go up against Team America and you drop 30 when KD's guarding you.
That could change your life.
Son, Rubio put up like 38 on the U.S., and I'm like, dude, Rubio might have a crazy year this year.
Yeah.
Because that's an interesting thing. It's like when you see Europeans play against Europeans, right? You're like, I can't really tell if they're good.
Yeah.
Right.
This is one of the few tournaments where they get to play against American talent.
Right.
So if you're balling on American talent and the best that America has, of course you're going to be successful in the NBA.
No, so you're gonna be hype if you get picked to go against America. You're like, yo, if I ball out, I could get drafted.
You might get scooped from your Euro League. Like a lot of these guys will be playing in Europe or Australia or one of these other divisions, and if they just ball the fuck, even if they lose, but they drop 40, it's like, oh, that guy's nice. Let's bring him over here, give him a G League deal or something.
The Olympics are like the SATs. Like, I don't know if you have a 4.0 at your high school, if it's better than a 4.0 at this school. So what's harder, what's
that's
easier?
good,
When you take the SAT, it's just one test. Who got the higher score?
That's fact.
Right now, this is one test. Who's
Great
scoring more?
equalizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I gotta piss real quick, but when we come back, why don't we
dying to
do
piss.
some Patreon Questione?
Sounds good.
All right, we back, guys. It's time for some Patreon Questione. And Al's cooking that up right now.
But last week, do you want to talk about last week that we had?
Last week there was some heat, bro.
Crazy heat.
Shit, dog.
Some heat. D-Liver came at Hoss. Tasia came at Hoss.
Hey, push a Tage, dog.
Pusha Tage was out here, bro.
The
Like,
people in the comments were loving it. Like I think there's a poll on Reddit. They were loving it.
What was the percentage? Who won that?
I think they said Tasia won this one.
so there's a lot of smoke going.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if we get a little payback this week.
I don't
Right
know.
now-
I don't know if there is. I don't know if there is. I think we're icing this week.
Wow.
Yeah, because we gotta acknowledge it. We're not just gonna go in there and be like, yeah.
Well,
there's
we'll
nothing.
see. I don't know yet. Will Chavis is coming though. We got Will Chavis, bro. Talk to us, Will Chavis.
Chief and Will Chavis.
So I seen y'all post we can make beef videos now. All I gotta say is I seen you coming to Detroit, Andrew. You beat Jay Williams' ass in basketball. I will bust your ass. We can play pig, horse, around the world, whatever the fuck you want. You're gonna lose. You're 6'2", you can't even dunk. I will bust your ass. I'm 6'5", nigga. I put my hand on your head and pat the top of your head because you my son, nigga. Wow. Bitch from bitch ass New York.
He talking about spicy. So.
Come see me when you in Detroit, little nigga.
That end got me, dog. That was extra disrespectful.
That's what I've been trying to tell
Every
you this
level,
whole time,
bro.
but I've been thinking in my brain I couldn't say it though about the FIFA thing. Oh my god.
What's that guy's name?
Will Chavis.
Will Chavis. Remember this day. Remember this day, because today's the day I decided to make your mom's pussy wet. I wasn't gonna make your mom's pussy wet till I saw you talking crazy shit from Detroit. But you know an interesting thing about Detroit that you probably know, but people don't know, is they just let the grass grow in Detroit. Did you know that? That's right. They stopped cutting the grass. But you know what? There's been a drought. There's been a drought in Detroit. They don't have enough water to water that grass. And you know who's about to get moist?
Who?
your mom's pussy about to be so moist that I'm just gonna drag her through the streets of Detroit and we just gonna watch the grass grow. It's gonna look like Jurassic Park after I'm done with that shit. That's what's gonna happen. Me and you are playing, but you know what we're gonna be playing? We're gonna be playing FIFA, my friends. We're gonna be playing FIFA. Damn right, we're gonna be playing some FIFA. And don't back away from the smoke right now. Because you know exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have the gaped asshole. You're going to have the gaped mouth. You think you look like Hannibal Buress now. You're going to look like Hannibal when Cosby got out of jail. That's what you're going to look like when I'm done with you, my friend. It's going to be a big fucking problem. And I'm coming right at you, Will Chavis. Will Chavis, remember this day. Because the reckoning is coming. I will make extra time for you. I will bring the Xbox to the green room, invite your ass in, and deliver the greatest victory you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm not playing games. I haven't even blinked this whole promo. It's on. Me, you, and your mom in a tank. We gonna put your mom on one of those carnival tanks, you know, where you hit the target and then she falls into the water?
Yeah.
It's gonna be empty when I start playing. By the time I'm done,
Drip, drip.
oh yeah. By the time I'm done, we're ready for some carnival games, my friend. We're gonna be dunking your moms after I play you in FIFA. God bless.
What if
okay?
it's so
So he
cold in
concedes
Detroit?
basketball, I guess? That's what I'm taking from this?
Say what?
So you concede basketball?
Yeah, he gonna bust my ass. I'm not gonna lie. If he's 6'5", bro, I used to be able to dunk. Fuck you. I got video proof. But now you will bust my ass in basketball. We gotta take this shit to the internets, bro. We gotta take
All
this
right,
shit to
all
video
right,
games.
I'm with it. I'm with
okay?
it. We 37.
But yeah, I gotta give it up. I gotta give up basketball, bro. I can't be playing motherfuckers from Detroit in basketball, bro.
Video games, real men's sports.
Exactly a real man, dog.
We don't play
Works
kids
with his
games.
hands.
No kids
Exactly.
games, bro.
No kids games.
Basketball's just a little kids game.
It's for children.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's for children, bro.
relax.
It's for kids, like at recess. Like, oh yeah, let's play
Hey.
basketball.
All right, just keep that same energy for your little kickball, all right?
Nah, that's a real sport, bro.
Yeah, keep it for kickballs.
Nah, they play all
No,
over
it's
the
not
world,
a real
dog.
sport unless there's an E in front of it.
No, but I'm not joking, bro. If you are, this actually could be fun. We just got to find a way to bring the Xbox. But if you are in Detroit for the show, we will set up a game in the green room and you can come play. If you play FIFA, if you're down for that. Mark my words right now. I said it. I meant it. I probably regret it.
Yep.
But fuck
He
it.
knows your black ass don't play no FIFA.
All right, there we go. Oh no, I'm not gonna regret playing him. I'm gonna bust his ass and never lost a FIFA. But yeah, come through. Don't bring your moms up.
All right.
For real.
Next one.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, don't bring your moms. I don't want that shit. Oh,
Why do fat guys always shoot the three-pointer? Why?
it's less running.
Yeah.
They don't have to direct it by. But it's less running. They don't have to make it all the way down the court. So if
Yeah.
they just go from 3-point line to 3-point line, if you guard the fat guy, you know they're not going past
so
the
way
3-point
And
line.
they're not going to get by you dribbling.
That's it. You
Shoot the
literally
three.
run 2/3 of the court.
That's funny. I never thought about that.
100%.
That makes perfect sense to me.
100%.
Can't get you anywhere.
That's what it is. I like the video he made. Yo, the video quality's going up,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, they improved.
Captain's coming through, son.
They come from my spots.
They replacing AlexxMedia.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Oladipo, young asshole, 26 years tight. My question for you guys is boxing related, to a little bit more towards Schulz. You've been talking about how boxing needs an exciting heavyweight or exciting set of heavyweights in order to be successful long term. Have you heard of Efe Ajagba? And if not, I highly recommend that you guys check out some of his highlights. The guy was a Nigerian baker, and someone in his bakery tried to rob him. So he knocked him out, and luckily for him, there was a boxing coach there who took him under his wing and, really established him. He's now 15-0, 12 knockouts, 2 wins by decision, and 1 win by disqualification, which has given him the fastest win in boxing history. So let me know what you guys think about this super heavyweight. I personally think he could be the Giannis Adetokounmpo of boxing, and especially we've got these freak athletes coming out of different countries like Nigeria and whatnot. What do you think? I think he could be a Deontay Wilder with more form and precision. So check him out if you haven't. Keep it tight. Peace, boys.
First of all, I just want to say I'm so happy that he sent that message, because Remember I told you F.A. ill guy.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I thought he was Nigerian until I met him outside of an Indian restaurant in London for the first time and found out he was Turkish?
Yeah.
I heard his name and I saw his name written. It was F.A. ill guy. And I was like, F.A. kind of sounds Nigerian.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was like, why would you think that's Nigerian? That's not Nigerian at all. He just said the boxer he's talking about, his name is F.A.
F.A. Jogba, yeah.
F.A. Jogba. So it completely justifies why I thought F.A. was Nigerian. I feel great. I didn't hear anything else after what he said.
I thought you were going to respond to the actual question.
No. I think that's a great story. Like the storyline is fantastic.
Dope.
For
It's like a
this,
movie.
yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
amazing. You're working at a bakery, you just knock someone out trying to steal something from a bakery. Stealing bread, bro. The Indians, bro.
Yeah, it took me a second, dog.
It took me a second, but
You know, where the fuck were you? Where was F.A. in Aladdin? That's what we needed your ass.
Hey, we too quick.
Yeah, that
man.
movie would have been so short, dog.
Real talk.
Just throwing him in
15
jail.
minutes. One awning he goes through and then done. So yeah, I think it's really cool to see these athletes kind of come out of nowhere. And I don't want to call Nigeria nowhere, but come from places, I guess, people that weren't aware of. And I think it's also cool to see them like focusing on these sports. Like I love the idea that MMA is popular. That's what happens is like someone from your country has success in a sport. And then all of a sudden these young people look up to them as a hero and they start taking that sport seriously.
Russell Peters and stand-up, dog. It becomes possible when you see somebody that looks kind of like you or is from where you're from do it.
100%.
All of a sudden, it's accessible.
Yeah, so this doesn't surprise me in the least. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember I think I didn't know who he was, but I was watching a clip of this fight, and the guy walked out of the ring before it started. I guess he was upset at like some contractual dispute. I don't know if you guys saw. It was kind of like going viral for a little bit. Maybe that was the win he got by disqualification, fastest win ever, because the fight never even started.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's dope, man. Like it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to see these people, especially with interesting backstories, especially if they're like charismatic, come through and start pumping some life into the sport. Jake Paul carrying the shit. So yeah, 100%. I dig it. I like it, and I feel really justified that F.A. stole a name from a Nigerian. One of the many things that the Ottomans stole from the world. The original thieves of the Middle East and Africa, the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
If you think it was fucked up what France and England did to the Middle East, just know that we got that blueprint. They got that blueprint from the Ottomans. So the Ottomans are the original bad guys.
Where are those reparations?
Real talk. They're
Yeah.
original colonizers. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just really fucked up. I hope F.A.'s listening to this right now, just seething. And
Bruv.
fuck you, bruv.
Give the Kurds their country back. all
Yo,
right?
give the Kurds their country back, dude. What have you done to Armenia? Like, they're really fucking horrible, bro.
Crazy, dog.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And F.A., just to go to London and just like side with the other colonizers. Of course your family went there. Of course your family wanted to be around the current colonizers.
Lot in common.
Lot in common. Just destroying Middle Eastern people, destroying
It's
Africans.
your trophy room. Yeah.
Real talk, dude. It's absolutely disgusting, bro. So, bruv, you're a piece of shit, bro.
Yeah, I hope your fanny gets rinsed. Bro.
Yo, your fanny's gonna get fucking rinsed, bruv. It's gonna get absolutely rinsed, dude. For real, dude. And Will Chavis, I know another fanny that's gonna get rinsed. All right, guys, those are the Patreon questiones. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We fuck with y'all, asshole army. Keep spreading the word. Keep spreading the flagrancy. And we will see you on Tuesday. Peace.
God bless.